All right. I think we're on the air. There we go. How you doing, Joseph?
What's up, good sir?
Not much.
About to watch some of that hockey ball that you're not a fan of.
Oh, great.
It is the Stanley Cup Finals. Come on, Lee. Come on.
Is it?
Yeah. You know, a traditional market like Pittsburgh, and then a super traditional market like Nashville, because nothing screams hockey to me like Nashville.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. All the ice they have down there.
Yeah, all the country singers that totally don't know what hockey is, but yet they'll sing the national anthem. Yep.
Yeah, well, that's patriotism for you. Stupidity.
Yeah, Carrie Underwood's married to one of the Nashville Predators players, Mike Fisher. So that's she always she's either there and they always focus on her during the games, or she'll sing the national anthem. But the first two games are in Pittsburgh, so not yet.
I guess it's better to be married to a Nashville Predator than a sexual predator, but
maybe he's both. Who knows?
Could be.
That'd be pretty fucked up. So, what's the good word this evening?
Not much. Just sitting back, relaxing, and just opening up a venue for all you fucking hopeless Wednesday night junkies who just want to hang out and talk shit.
Hopeless? You have never been more correct about something in your life.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I think I was all talked out this past weekend, so... Nah, that's a lie. I've never talked out. Come on.
Yeah. You just took over Rajay's fucking chat.
Hey, that's on him. That's on Rajay. He knows, he should know what he's getting into.
No, he made the right choice. I mean, it shut fucking Tom right the fuck up. So, good win-win.
Yeah, I have no ill. I don't really know Tom at all outside of the couple chats I've seen, specifically the ones with him and Jay, where they, they go a little crazy. But, I can't understand him because of his mic. It constantly cuts in and out, and I don't know when he's talking.
Yeah, he just uses his onboard fucking mic, and he's a retard. Like, what can you say? It's just like, it doesn't work, and he's like, "Well, I still do it anyway." Ha ha ha! Howdy ho, fellow Roonies, blah blah blah. Like, fucking Jesus. It's actually kind of it's actually kind of a good thing your mic cuts out, because most of the time all you say is bullshit. So
I feel the love this evening. It is running high.
Yeah, I got no time for that loudmouth piece of shit.
You don't have time for a lot of people, and I
don't
get that. Yeah, well, this world is filled with a lot of individuals that shouldn't get the time of day. Yet they are on TV, they are on social media, and they have millions of people following them. Hell, even one became the president of the United States. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's on you guys, though.
That's not on me. I didn't vote for him.
We know how you voted. We know how you voted.
I just can't believe, all politics aside, just as a personal, just looking at him as just like a person and nothing else, how anyone would be like, this is a great time. Let's vote for him.
Joe's not a person. Look, albino Rhino beer fest. Yeah.
So,
t-shirt.
Yeah. Let me tell you how much of a joke this piece of shit is. And by piece of shit, I mean Greg. At the Rhinos Fest, he actually changed both his shirt and shoes midway through the fest.
Do you know why I did it? Do you want to know why, Joe? Do you ever stop to inquire why?
You already told me, and I don't care. You just changed them, and that's all I need to know. I'm done. Okay. I'm done with you.
All right. Well,
because he kept on getting stopped because he was using a shirt that looked almost like the staff member shirts. It was more of like a distressed. What is it? Pink? Was it pink or purple? I think it's pink, right?
No, it was an orange. Are you colorblind,
sorry, orange.
Joe?
What the fuck? No, I get just a lot of beer we consume. A lot of beer we consume. I forgot. Yeah, it was a distressed orange shirt, and he kept getting stopped by people thinking he was staff, asking him specific questions about things like, "Oh, where do I get more ice? Oh, can I do this? Oh, I can do this." So he just got fed up and switched to his green.
Well, I remember the first year how Paul Gee and I were constantly questioned by people just because we were standing outside the door looking authoritative. They just say
authoritative.
Well, I guess we look maybe not so much authoritative as we look like hired thugs. So I mean, by proxy, that makes us technically staff. So they would be like vendors would be coming up to us, and then Paul would just bullshit them. Oh yeah, you can just put your car over there and park over there and do this and that. And I'm like, oh my god.
Meanwhile, they have to get their cars towed.
Yeah, they get them broken into. It's yeah. Paul bullshitting. Never heard that one before ever.
No, never happened.
No.
Nick says he's gonna be dragging his dick in a bit.
Right on.
Very real possibility.
I am gonna have in honor of the beer fest. I'm gonna have a Brimstone Sinister Minister, which I've had before, but never in a bottle. So
what style is that?
It is an IPA.
Of course.
Just a regular old 7% IPA.
Boring IPA.
What's an okay IPA? Not the best, not the worst.
A very boring IPA.
Joe, your dick is boring.
A very boring penis. Yeah, no, yeah, no, I was this. Most of your viewers or anyone who watches won't care about probably the recap of Chad's Fest, but it was pretty much like any other year. Very successful. I think he raised $7,600 this year, which was $1,000 more than last. So it's the highest he's ever raised.
Yeah, it's an all-time high.
I'm gonna argue it's much better than last year's because it lasted twice as long as last year's.
For you, it was still the same amount of time for everyone else. But yes, for you, it was twice as long, but Greg was still just a shit-faced. So I mean, you know.
No, I wasn't.
I think
I was quite sober by the end of it.
Oh, by the end of it, yeah, by the end of it. And I don't know about sober. You weren't completely hammered.
Well, yeah, I wasn't. I wasn't double fisting. There was. I think did we do a? I don't think we did a Goza review because I don't think there were any Gozas.
The true story is, Greg, we avoided you at least in 2 separate reviews so you wouldn't ruin them. That happened.
I'm pretty sure.
Happened.
I'm pretty sure I remember ruining a bunch of reviews.
There was a time in which Chris, myself, and Nick are sitting there about to review a beer, and drunk Greg straggles up. Everything's going great. And Chris, Nick, and I look at one another, and we just like nodded heads. Soon as like Greg's attention was diverted by basically anything, because it was either very good-looking females walking around. There were a lot of them. His wife,
yoga pants.
Oh yeah, or just random people. He was like a child. It was like, oh, there's colors over here. So soon as his attention was diverted, we would leave. We just left. We just walked in the opposite direction, and we're like, we could do this review. With 5 to 6 minutes. If he shows up, then whatever. That's what we're gonna do, and it totally happened like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Nice.
You guys missed it. It was more like you guys were like, Greg, come do this review with us. We want your insight. You are the best palate here. And I'm like, no, guys, sorry, I'm too cool. I'm gonna go hang out with the Pooperifico Magnifico. True story. I actually pushed his wife by accident.
Oh.
By accident.
Not by accident. Yeah, not by accident.
But we made up.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know how that went down.
No.
Also, I got quite a few free beers from people because I charmed them apparently, or they felt sorry for me. One or the other. I don't know.
The latter, but still not the thing, right?
I'd say over the course of the fest, I probably got about 10 free pours. So.
Yeah, which you totally didn't need at all. Period.
Probably not. No.
No, you totally didn't.
Well, Chad's in the chat, and he just said the AGCO pointed out Greg as someone who's too drunk to be there.
Was that him at the beginning of the fest, the end of the fest, or just the total fest?
I would say just in general.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we didn't have Winders coming this year because me and him made a good pair.
Hey,
actually, me and his girlfriend made a good pair.
I haven't even. I don't think he posted on his site.
She was very cool.
4 or 5 months. He's missing in action for a long time.
Well. Much like Lee, he left the glorious life of a beer reviewer and became a beard reviewer.
A beard reviewer.
Yeah, his last few videos were about his beard.
Yeah, but I don't talk about my beard. I don't have a beard.
I don't talk about my beard, but other people do.
I was being facetious. If I've even used that word correctly, which I don't think I did.
I don't know, but yeah, Joe, you got quite the Osama beard going on there.
It's fantastic. I think it's the word you're looking for. Magical, amazing.
Every time Joe made a quick movement, we were ducking, getting under furniture.
Joe, I was going to strap some hot dogs to my chest and blow everyone up, but I didn't. They're lucky.
At this point, you could probably pass off as if you took your glasses off, you could probably pass for like a 1980s heel wrestler who's pretending to be a Cuban of some sort.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
Did I get a good run at some point?
Call yourself Joe Mendoza or something like that.
Am I monster heel or just like a mid card heel?
No, you'd just be a jobber. I mean, let's face facts. But
come on, that's not cool.
I just think Joe should wear a turban for next year's fest.
He could do that too.
Can you just wear like a muumuu and a big turban and just walk around? And
Yep. You guys buy it for me, I'll do it.
He calls himself the chipboard.
I'm pretty sure we can buy you a giant bedcloth and like a towel.
Yeah, I don't think you would buy it. You'd probably just take it from your own homes.
Exactly what we would do. We'd bring you soiled sheets and soiled towels.
That might not be so politically sensitive at this point.
No, probably not. Probably wouldn't go over well.
Especially as like, Joe, we've got your first booking. It's going to be in Manchester. Oh, shit.
Oh, boy. Whackity schmackity
doo.
Well, the funny thing is, I heard the headline a few days ago that Ariana Grande is going to go back to perform there. And I'm just like, no, they don't want you back right now. That's the last thing they want right now. Like the last time it didn't go well.
Well, I mean, there is truth to that. I mean, there will be people who'll be definitely negative against it. I mean, look at what happened in Paris with the Eagles of Death Metal. They had the shootings at their concert, and then they came back, and there was a lot of protests about them coming back.
Yeah.
Well, it's like rebuilding the World Trade Centers or the new big building they built there instead. Like, it's like a lot of people thought they shouldn't do it. A lot of people thought they should do it.
Yeah, you're never going to make everyone happy on this shit.
No, it's so much.
At the end of the day, I think it works. I think it spits in the terrorist's face a little bit more if you just kind of rebuild what they broke and said, hey, fuck you, we made it better.
Just like Ariana Grande going back, I think it shows that, whatever. I think it's more of a random act of terrorism, just at a big event, more so than they're like, let's totally do this. Ariana Grande's fucking. They don't really.
Yeah, I don't think specifically. I was like, well, we really don't like her.
A lot of people are going to be here in one spot.
Yeah, I mean, there's 20,000 people, very condensed. Let's see what we can do.
But even then, the bomb was out near like an exit in the backstage after the concert. It wasn't even during the concert or like right in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yep.
Rhino says that the AGCO pointed you out at like 6 o'clock, saying that you were too drunk.
Nice. How come they didn't kick me out?
It's probably because there was an hour left. And he was probably just giving Chad a heads up as this is what I should not see next fest. That's probably what he was doing. And
the unfortunate
in the basement says he'll be late, by the way. Well, we'll be going for a few. We'll be going for a few hours, Chris. So if you can get your fucking late ass in here.
Yeah, that's why I promised the ladies too. And a few minutes later, we're done, guys.
Yeah, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you, Greg. The funny thing about the
tripod's here.
The AGCO guy is you show up that late. Of course, you're going to see a lot of fucking hammered people. I mean, that's how it goes. I'm sure most of them aren't suitable to be continuing to drink, but there's an hour or less left. It's not like you're going, get out of here now. Because I mean, Greg, when I left like right around the end of it. I think I left 7:15, like right as it ended. And Greg got like some of the last food from the Crazy Canuck food truck, and he's sitting there, food over here, and I'm like, all right, he's at least getting food in him. No more drinks.
Yep.
But I mean, if you're not somewhat fucked up at the end of the fest, at least a little bit, I think you're doing it wrong, unless you're a DD.
I was also, first off, if Chad's watching, I want to complain about the fest. Why the hell at 6:45 did they stop doing pours? I couldn't find a single place to give me a pour, except one. I had 2 tickets left. I'm not going to name the place, but they were a wonderful place, and they said, we're not supposed to give pours now after 6:45, but we're going to pour them for you anyway, and they let me double fist my last 2 tickets. what a great brewery they were. They know who they are. They deserve credit. And also, Chad, tell them next time stay open until 7 because, damn it, I didn't want to waste my 2 tickets, even though I probably got them for free anyway.
Yeah, I did give you 3 tickets. I gave you 3 tickets, so those are probably my tickets. So you're welcome. Number 1. Number 2, whoever that brewery is, terrible. Gross idea. Don't ever do it again. And number 3, they probably all do pour to 7, but most of them saw the condition in which you were in and thought 6:45, the time in which you were asking, was probably appropriate time to be like, we're not going to give this guy any more beer.
But I even pulled my penis out for some of them.
It's probably another reason why. You're giving them too many reasons to not pour. Oh boy. Yeah.
But otherwise, I thought it was a great festival. It was a good time, and I actually remember all of it, so that's a bonus.
Yeah, and there was it was. Oh, Nick, hello, Nick.
Yeah. Oh, it's never a good time if you can remember it all.
No, it's a little better when you can remember it.
Minister.
Being sober.
Yeah. How did you?
It's a minister, but he's got a devil thing on his.
So you're
Sinister Minister.
Yeah, so he's drinking Sinister Minister. What are you drinking there, by the way, Joe?
I am drinking this tasty beverage that will give me cancer at some point called Coca-Cola. I'm having a Coca-Cola.
Oh, damn it.
And I'm having a Coke, a Smile, and we get raped later by Bill Cosby.
That's almost as free as water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I usually after I go to any fest, I pretty much don't drink for the next week just to... A lot of beer consumed, so I kind of
I give it up for 2 days, and I figure I was good.
Yeah.
I'll probably drink something by Friday.
And by give it up, I meant drink light beer.
Yeah, there you go.
Drink some cool beer. So
what are you drinking there? What are you drinking there, Nicholas?
I've got a half growler of something that my friend Sith just gave me. It's the Mortal Kombat X Scorpion Imperial Stout.
Oh, really?
Wow. Is that made with ghost peppers, I hope?
I'm looking it up online. I mean, he just handed me the growler and not the bottle. It's like Southwest Chili's and Madagascar Vanilla Bean, according to Rate Beer.
I've seen some people review it. I think even Paul has reviewed that. I think he actually liked it, but I don't.
So it's not really as aggressive as it could be. Instead of "get over here," it's more like, "Sir, could you please come over here for a moment?"
Yeah. Come here, please, sir.
Can I have some more, please? Can you get over here, please?
What?
It's not necessarily a fatality. Just put it that way.
More of a babality. Everyone remembers those. Yeah, everyone remembers those, don't you? When you turn the guy into a baby. I think it was in part 3 and maybe part 4.
Mm-hmm.
I hate those stupid fucking. Rhino says my license ends at 7, so alcohol is to be drank by 7. So if they serve people still have boobs at 7, they can lose their license. What?
I think he meant booze, not people with boobs.
He meant booze, but his autocorrect on his the voice command, he says boobs more than booze, I'd imagine.
He needs to enunciate better.
No, I like that. I like that comment a little bit better. If they still have boobs at 7, I
guess.
Yeah.
If you still got boobs by the end of this fest, there's going to be trouble.
I don't want to see any tits at 7 p.m.
I would argue that I took in a lot of calories over those 8 hours. That I probably I'd say my man boobs expanded a little bit due to the calories.
Can you still flex your boobs?
I can.
Nope, just let's not. We don't.
Okay, so that sounds like something that happened during the fest that we don't need a recap of.
Yeah, it did. It did. You're correct. It does not need to be recapped, remembered, talked about. Nick, looking at you, Nick.
What was it? Somebody asked me, "Hey, can you do it as well as Schwarzenegger?" I'm like, "Yeah, look at me. I can clearly do it as well as Schwarzenegger."
I believe that was Average Pops.
Pretty sure there's a video I recorded. Ow.
I'm sure there's videos there. Nick, you were the biggest fucking creeper at the fest. You're just going around taking upskirts and shit. Like, oh my god.
You see how Nick's not denying it?
Yeah, and you notice how Greg wasn't condemning him there. He was more kind of enthused by it.
Can I get the footage, please?
Yeah.
I want to know which ones weren't wearing panties. I have my suspicions.
All of them?
You mean you have bets on some of them?
Call it what you will.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was another awesome fest though. Black Swan brought all their beers on Nitro, which I thought was cool.
Oh, really?
I'm sad.
Yeah.
Sad I missed out on the porter. I got the raspberry.
I missed
Wild
out on the
Child.
IPA.
I missed on Wild Child.
Yeah, I missed.
I got the raspberry
I
wild
only
child.
had-
Fantastic, baby.
I only had
I
the
didn't really
raspberry
care
wild
about
child.
DSP, but man, the
Not for
IPA
me.
and the fucking porter was amazing on Nitro.
I'm actually not too
Well, I'm sure
disappointed
it
that I
was.
didn't get the IPA because usually nitroed IPAs just lose so much hop character that I didn't really. I mean, I don't know if it did, but I just would assume it's not.
I've never had a
vibrant
nitro
as it would be.
IPA. I'd have no idea, but I'm sure the porter would have been awesome.
I actually like the IPA better on Nitro. Although the
Really?
IPA
Wow.
they make is quite fantastic anyway.
I like the English Pale Ale on Nitro, and the first year I enjoyed it, like the beer itself. I thought it was good, but I don't know, something about being on Nitro. It seemed to not lose much flavor at all, and just obviously the Nitro aspect.
So-
You know,
so
smooth
that
and
would've
creamy,
been-
baby.
So that would have been like a Boddington's with flavor.
Yeah, you and Paul would have probably lost your shit on that beer.
That's right. We lost our shit, but that raspberry beer, now that Wild Child. Now tell me, baby.
Oh,
with
the raspberry white out, baby. It's like drinking a raspberry smoothie.
was that as wild as baby doll, baby? Was that as wild as my little Jezebel baby doll?
Maybe nothing is that wild, but it's close. It is close.
You hear that, Tully Blanchard? Still not as wild as baby doll.
Yeah, no, it was cool. And Ryan, the same guy, was there every year. He's they don't do many fest Black Swan, but he says he'll never miss a Rhino fest because he's all about it. He's all about it.
Nice.
Well, wasn't it Rhino's second fest kind of put him on the map?
I think he won best was it best overall beer? Or I know Wild Child won one year for best, I think, beer.
I think it was
one
then-
either best beer or best overall brewery.
I think he won both of them, but I don't think it was the same year.
I think it was the original Wild Child the first year.
Yeah. And then the next year, I think he won best brewery or something like that. It was, I don't know. Chaz in the comments, he could tell us, but I do know that, yeah, he gets a lot of love. I mean, I will say this. They bring this basically the same beers every year. He brings the English Pale Ale, the Porter, the IPA, and then the first 2 years was the regular Wild Child and the last two raspberry. So they have, of all the fucking breweries that come there every year, they probably do the least amount of changing up their what they offer. And I will still drink almost everything they bring every year, just because A, it's well made, B, it's fucking very tasty, and C, you look at this year with the Nitro, I think that was a cool touch to actually have every beer on Nitro. I didn't see anybody else do that. I think it was a unique concept, and it went over very well because, I mean, at the end of the day, when you drink a Nitro beer, it's all about the body and the mouthfeel, and then the flavors are kind of secondary. So I think it's for people who've never had a Nitro beer or never had something outside of Guinness, you can kind of sell them on that, right?
Yeah, no, that's cool that they decide to do something special for the fest and have fun with it. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's one of the cool things about the fest.
Cool.
That's right. That's cool about the fest. No, you're making some monies for all the little kids in the Ronald Donald House charity, baby. But you also got some good breweries getting some good exposure. You know what I'm saying? Some exposure.
Yeah.
Mash Battle in their alt beer.
You know what? I talked to the Mash Bell guys. They didn't bring their alt beer. I gave them shit over it because it's the greatest beer I've ever had. Not really, though. And they were like, yeah, they're like, we didn't bring it, dude, whatever. But then they brought their unfiltered version of their unnamed Pale Ale, and it was pretty fucking tasty. Solid.
Nice.
Good on them.
So what's the Chris Lazak surgery? What you drinking now, baby?
I am currently drinking some water. I'm pulling the yurt, and only because I gotta drive my steps under the gymnasium.
Oh well, yeah.
So I'll be heading out. I'll be heading out soon.
I got
I'll
a
come
son.
back.
I got a son too. Sometimes we get him to clean up the place. He's called Dustin. He'd be dusting around, dusting things. You know,
Dustin.
It's gold dust, baby, but it's dusted.
He's dusting.
He's a Dustin. Here comes the Toyota.
I will say, are you just hanging out in the middle of like an intersection or something? Just in the middle, you got a fucking, you got your lawn chair with you, just in the middle of the street.
No, he's
Baby,
in one of
what beat
those.
do you-
I may.
He's in one of those Tokyo drift races that always go by Greg's place. It's fucking.
They're all drunks leaving GLB.
Yeah, I don't know how well you can see that, but
Perfectly.
pretty major intersection. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me that you got fucking the Fast and Furious happening every night you're on BDU.
Oh yeah, totally do. It's all the motorcycles racing the Toyotas.
Mhm.
So, Greg, you're not far from GLB Brewery. You say you were like right down the road from it, or are you in the same street?
Not on the same street, but basically it's just like, well, let's put it this way: if there weren't buildings in the way, I could see it from where I'm sitting right now.
Wow.
So it's
Greg, are you
like I
still
can see
seeing
the roof. I
the
can see the
Asian
roof.
twins
I can see
picture?
I can see the roof of the Costco.
I'm not.
Uh,
I don't know either.
I am.
Nothing
That's
wrong
just
with
for you
that.
then. That's funny.
Maybe it's just my imagination. Yeah, I can see the roof of the Costco from here, and that Costco, as you probably saw, is right beside GLB.
I want to congratulate Nick.
Yeah, Nick finally made it to Bellwoods.
Yep.
Yay!
After 4 years, he finally went to Bellwoods and other breweries downtown. Oh my god! Well, you know, of course,
Plus,
he's like,
he went to both locations of Bellwoods. I hear.
Yeah, I did.
and
That's
then
the first one we figured, okay, Bellwoods has got food. We can go there and get some lunch, right? And we get down there, and the only thing we see is the bottle shop door. So we're like, okay, well, there's nothing here other than just, you can still buy bottles right out of a street corner, basically.
yeah. Well, that's
Oh,
And-
was the brew pub closed?
Well, we didn't even notice the brew pub was there.
It's right beside it.
So, yeah, well, it must have been closed because I think they said it opened at 4.
How drunk were
At
you
the
at that time? Yes.
Oh, well, maybe it doesn't.
Nick,
open-
were
maybe
your
it open
eyes-
late on Monday.
were your eyes open? Like they were actually open?
My eyes were open, barely.
Oh,
Yeah, well, I'm not
Nick,
Greg.
please tell me you stopped by Cool Beer.
No.
please tell us you didn't. I will say this though, of all the cool Toronto breweries you go to, all the goodies at Bellwoods, giving Jutsu a 3.5, terrible, your palate's stupid. But then we're gonna get the white whale of all white whales, and I believe
Jutsu's
it's
not
called
that great.
Steam Whistle Plus, and then you give it a 4.25, and feed into the hype. That's cool. That's cool.
It was good.
I don't
It was
even-
like
I
a,
don't even-
it's like a
it's a
spot
I've
Pilsner.
on
never even had a Steam Whistle
It's a
Plus.
Pilsner.
Steam
like a
whistle,
spot
more
on
like
filter version.
steam whistle, more like piss bottle, baby. Piss bottle you throw on the side of the road on your truck.
It's more like piss
Oh,
whistle.
do they just serve that at the brewery now?
What, the plus?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've
It's a-
actually never had that one. I mean, if regular Steam Whistle is a 9 out of 10, obviously this is gonna be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Well, none of that is correct. So.
Well, I mean, like
Everyone
that corny aftertaste you get on the regular steam whistle was completely masked by the lack of filtration. It was spot on killer beer to me. It's like, wow, this is actually really good. I was expecting like crap.
So
Well, I
you're no
wasn't
longer
expecting
saying it's a
that.
Pilsner, it's now a Killer Bear.
Nick, I'm gonna need you to settle right now. I'm gonna need you to settle down. It's Steam Whistle. It's fucking Steam Whistle. I don't care if there's 87 pluses after the name. It's Steam Whistle. It's Steam Whistle.
It's because it's called.
Let him have his
Triple
fun,
plus.
Joe.
Nick, it's Steam Whistle. Nick, it's Steam Whistle.
Steam Whistle plus.
Triple
Oh,
plus.
so did you enjoy Toronto though, Nick? Was it a good time?
Oh, hell yeah! Other than I'm not going into details.
Yeah.
It was a great time. I love going up there. I mean, I especially like the best thing I thought about Steam Whistle, and I know they're kind of close to macro when it comes to the beer they make, but the location was fantastic because I mean, they built it into part of the old Toronto Roundhouse where all the trains used to meet up, but it's right at the foot of the CN Tower and next door to the Sky Dome.
Yeah.
So it's just like being in a spot where I dreamed of visiting since I was a kid. I was like, holy shit, look where we are.
The childhood dreams of Nick Lowe have been realized. Oh, sorry.
That's a weird spot to dream of as a kid, if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean, I used to
Greg,
be
you
think
just
about
settle
it. My early teens was like the years that Toronto was winning the World Series. So
Yeah, that's never gonna happen again.
So you peaked at your early teens. Okay, we get it.
At least you peaked in his early teens. That's fucked
Yeah.
up. At least the
93, the Jays win the World Series. Montreal wins the Stanley Cup. It's never happened again.
You got yourself some Luis Guzman and Joe Cotta in your veins, baby.
Oh, baby, all the Joe Cotta, baby.
Motherfucker.
Roberto
They're
Alomar.
all white.
Roberto Alomar. You're spitting in umpire faces, baby. Right in his face. Oh, well, that's cool. Like I mean, as weird, not as weird. That's mean to say, but as odd and strange and weird as it sounds to have something like kind of off your bucket list. That's still cool though, because I'm sure. I mean, like I said, you've come up here now or down here or to the side here, whatever you want to call it, for the last 4 years, and it's a shame that it took you 4 years to finally get up to Toronto, considering it's only like an hour, 15-hour, 20-minute drive from the Falls. So it's not,
No bucket beers, Joe.
Yeah, I got all the Trailway in the fridge. I'm gonna get to them probably by this weekend, maybe early next week.
How come I didn't get any Trailway? What the hell?
Because you didn't bring him any beer, and the beer that you did bring was absolutely fucking horrendous.
What are you kidding me? I brought 4 growlers for you guys to enjoy.
Oh, they were just fantastic.
Where would you mind telling Lee and all of his fine viewers what brewery you brought these 4 growlers from?
Oh, I want to fucking hear this.
I brought them from Niagara Brewing Company.
Excuse me, what's that? I can't hear you. You're trailing off.
Niagara Brewing Company? Is that what you fucking said?
That's what he said. And
whoa! So, why did he even let you into the festival? You fucking asshole!
Well,
that's not even how we pronounced it at the bottle share. It was Niagara Falls.
I feel like I have to get the Facebook chat message that he sent to me.
I had to bring bottles in order for things to be fair, and I forgot my bottles at home. So instead of going to the LCBO and buying random shit, I thought I am going to get fresh growlers for my friends of fresh beer. So I went to Niagara Brewery Company, Niagara's premier brewing company, and I bought 4 growlers. I bought a cream ale, a brown ale, a black lager, and what was the last one? Oh, wheat beer.
The wheat beer.
And they were all.
You should have not brought anything. They would have understood, Greg.
Well, you know
what? That would be wrong.
That wasn't even the worst part.
Nope.
That wasn't even the worst part.
What was the worst part?
So here's the worst part. Here's the entire.
He should have put on a white fucking overcoat suit, some fucking, some kind of fucking safety glasses on, because he became a scientist that night.
Oh, really?
Oh, with all the beer alchemies, everything was mixed with Niagara Brewing Company. You
were doing beer alchemy with Niagara Brewing Company beer.
Yes. He fucking took 1050 barrel-aged 1050 and mixed it with the black lager.
He did fucking beer alchemy with Firestone Walker Sticky Monkey.
Yeah,
so he was.
I told.
So he was like, he was hella drunk before this even went down. I'm guessing, right?
Because I started off totally sober.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was drunk when he showed up at the house.
Oh yeah, for sure. So this exchange happened on Facebook as Greg got fucked up. He said he forgot his beers, and I told him he had one job. You're coming to a beer share. You're going to a beer fest. How the fuck do you forget the beers? I have no idea. But then I said, I brought a shit ton of beer, and I know Nick has some, and blah blah blah. I was like, it doesn't matter. And then he goes, I know, I don't have my passport either. So he couldn't even hop over the border and get anything.
Why the fuck would I bring my passport? I wouldn't have gone over the border even if I did have it. What am I going to do? Wait 3 hours in line?
Anyway, that's on you. I told him he's a complete mess. And then he said, I'm just going to get some lighter stuff for people to enjoy. Going to see what growlers they have at Niagara Brewing Company. And then I replied with Niagara Brewing Company, let's leave the damage at forgetting the beers and passport. Because... Yes. At that point in time, when you're talking about barrel-aged double Tempest and Bellwood stuff, the last thing I ever want to hear is Niagara Brewing Company, ever.
You could went to the LCBO. It's closer to your hotel.
I did go to the LCBO. I didn't buy anything there, other than some cream ales for pups.
Well, let's put it this way, Greg. Millennium Buzz would have been a much better choice at this point.
Yes.
Way better.
Here's the honest.
But I didn't have any Millennium Buzz.
For me, and my own opinion of the Niagara Brewing Company beers, Millennium Buzz was better than all but one of them.
I actually 100% agree with you, Joe.
Which one did we agree? Which one? The black lager or the red?
The brown
black lager was my favorite.
That was good.
Yeah.
You guys like the brown ale. Black lager is my favorite. They were, let's put it this way: the black lager, the brown ale, and the cream ale were all drinkable. Okay, so they were all passable. Fine. The wheat. It 100% legitimately smelled like vomit.
The wheat was really bad.
Like vomit. Like someone just fucking vomited and then put it in a glass with like leftover beer. It was so disgusting. It was so bad.
Was it just supposed to be a standard wheat or a soured wheat or what?
I think it was just a standard. Oh,
who the hell knows?
What was that called? It was called wasn't it called the Cataract wheat?
Oh, that was Cataract Brown Ale. Was the one you guys?
What was the wheat one called? Just
it was Canoe.
Oh yeah,
Canoe White Ale.
So it smelled like it just came out of a fucking lake.
It was so bad. It was like I can't believe they sell this and that anyone is wanting to buy it ever.
It was very bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it was
bad. Now, Lee, I just want to put one other thing in perspective that has been mentioned. Oh. Over the course of the evening, what did we have? 10, 15 beers, something like that? Is that an accurate count? All 4 growlers completely empty, except for a little bit of black lager left. So clearly, people like the stuff. From
Who's drinking all though?
Here's of that 32 ounces of that 1 liter. I'd say Greg, out of all those, drank about 80% of every single one of them. So, I mean,
I didn't drink.
Congratulations.
Well, not on its own. I alchemied a lot of it.
Like there were, and you kept on. He would just randomly, when people weren't looking, fill up their glasses with fucking whatever. I would get up, just go right to the sink, dump it, and rinse my glass, and come back. I'm not. It's so gross. So gross.
Joe drank more of it than he cares to admit.
That reminds me of me and Paul in the first fucking fest, filling people's glasses with stuff.
Yeah, the first year when I was fucking absolutely hammered and vomiting and hungover the next day. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, although at least we filled your glasses with really great beer.
You did. Like, it was like, oh, here's this 12% brandy barrel aged apple brandy barrel aged whatever. I'm like, yeah. You look at some of the reviews. I'm like just talking on camera, whatever, and here just comes someone with the bottle around me, just pouring it in my glasses. I'm sitting there, and live had no idea it was happening. Looking it back, realized why I was totally fucked up. No regrets. Absolutely no regrets.
Now, gentlemen, I need a consensus. For my next beer, I was considering doing this barrel-aged, well, not barrel-aged, just this aged pumpkin beer. I think Joe gave it to me or Nick gave it to me. I can't remember who.
Chris did, wasn't it?
Was it?
It wasn't.
No, that was
Nick.
That was Nick.
Okay, well, somebody gave it to me. So I can either drink it now or save it to Halloween. What do you say? Should I drink it now or save it?
I'd probably drink it now because I wouldn't want to wait another 4 or 5 months for that.
Is that a pumpkin beer?
Yeah, it's an 8.5%.
I would not wait till Halloween even then.
Those Imperial Pumpkin.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait.
All right, let's do it then.
That's a nice potato beer you got there.
Fucking potato.
Yeah,
beer.
nice potato beer. Nate37 in the comments says, cheers from California. I just had an interview applying to be a bouncer at my favorite brew pub. I really hope I get the gig.
Any perks with
awesome,
that?
Sir.
Yeah, you get free beers and shit. I hope so, right?
Just make sure they don't have 50-cent beer nights. Oh,
well, I mean, I've never seen Nate37, so he might be a big motherfucker. He can handle if he can handle himself.
Rice rolled that, Greg.
I did not vice roll it, but I can tell you.
Just pour it like a nitro. Just pour it just as hard as you can in your glass and just see what happens.
Roll it like a nitro.
I can tell you the spices are quite strong on the smell still.
Well, it's just impressive because that's like 8 months old, say, right?
Yeah,
about give or take.
And there's actually like you guys won't be able to see, but there's absolutely nothing on the bottom, and there's no sediment, nothing.
Good. This brewery knows exactly what they're doing. Maybe.
Hey, I've got 2 bottles of pumpkin and 2 bottles of Warlock, which are being aged until this Halloween.
Petit Salt, most of their stuff is really good, really, really good.
I don't know what this tastes like fresh.
I have all that booze in my fucking trunk. Holy fuck.
I don't know what this tastes like fresh, but I'll tell you that it seems like it's a crazy like spice cinnamon bomb right now. I don't know if that's how it originally was or what, but
I think that's how it originally was.
So.
Well, what do you guys?
So it's that type of pumpkin beer.
Well, if it's still spicy now, it has to be crazy spicy. Fucking months. Or some of these places that brewing their shit in like August, so maybe it's even longer. Who knows?
Yeah. Anyway, what were you saying, Joe? Before I interrupted you, sorry.
Oh no! Hey, it's fucking Chad. You just tell me to shut up. This is your shit. This is your.
That will come. That will come.
I know it will. No, I was just going to ask everyone what their favorite beer of the entire weekend was, fest included.
That's a tough one. I mean, there's 4 Niagara Brewing Company beers to choose from.
It's true. It's difficult.
Yeah, okay, stop trying to sell that bullshit and just fucking man up and admit you were wrong and name a real beer.
Oh no, once you see the reviews, Lee, you will see for pure entertainment purposes, I was 100% right.
That's neither here or there right now. We're talking about the actual quality of the beer, not the quality of the review.
Left Hand Nitro is my favorite beer of the entire week. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah, that was up there. That's always a fucking just amazing beer.
That was
the one we had on the Friday, right, from the can or the bottle?
Yeah, the bottle, nitro bottle.
Yeah.
When that cap went flying behind us, that was wicked.
Yeah, anybody Moose Light Watermelon Radler? I mean, you know.
It wasn't bad.
Started with.
It wasn't bad.
It was Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, that was the first beer That was the first beer that I had. You're like, oh, what are we going to start with? And then someone's like, oh, here's the Watermelon Radler. I'm like, this is no, but okay, I'll try.
It's pretty fun.
Well, think about it. Would you want to face it at the beginning of it, or would you want to face it at the very end?
I'm glad at the beginning. Beginning is the way to go.
I'll be back, guys, in a minute. I got to drive them.
All right.
Quitter.
Yeah, you. I think you would have enjoyed Lee, the barrel aged 1050. But you know what? Now that I've had it a couple times, it's one of those beers where it's awesome. It's fucking. I mean, it's an awesome beer, no doubt. But
now that I've had it a couple times, it's awesome. But
my thing with barrel aged 1050 is on two different things. A, I like regular 1050 more than I like barrel aged 1050, and B, there's other barrel aged stouts that I like a lot more than that. So it's like it's a good beer for what it is, but it's nothing like that I'd like be dying to get more of.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is I think as good as it is and how much I like it, and the reason why I said a couple times now, Nick, is because when you have a beer once, and you have it again, so many things can happen. You could like it a lot more, a lot less, whatever. So having it again, it was very similar to the first time I had it. It's an awesome barrel aged beer, but I think Greg's right. For me,
Greg's right.
As awesome as it is, I still like Bourbon County more. I still like Parabola more.
That's true, yeah.
I like those beers more, but the base beer is so fucking good that I don't even necessarily. If you put regular 1050 in front of me and barrel aged, I think I would pick the regular more often than not. It's such an awesome, just regular imperial stout. It's
sometimes a regular imperial stout can just be a lot better than a barrel aged version of it. It's just #fact.
It's already an awesomely complex imperial stout that's smooth and it ages well even in a can, and it just has so many awesome flavors that I don't necessarily adding the whiskey or bourbon. They did a whiskey and a bourbon, but I think this was the bourbon. But, having bourbon, having the vanilla and all that stuff, I don't necessarily think it improves it at all. So it's like one of those things where I would never turn it down. I drink it happily every time I could get it, but I don't think the price point being as much as it is. I think that it was a 19.2 ounce can. I think the shit was $16, and a regular 355 or 341 at 1050 is like $4.
Yeah,
so
regular 1050
can was $16.
Yeah, so
basically I can get an entire 4-pack of 1050 for the same price.
Yeah, I would take it. Although what is it? It's like the size. The barrel aged one's the size of two regular 1050s.
It's almost a 600 mil. I think it's like a 573 or something like that.
Okay.
So get 4 regular ones, and considering you can actually age it in the can and get interesting results, you could do a 4-year aging project for the price of 1 can of a barrel aged one that isn't all that much better, or maybe not even on par with their fresh 1050.
Yeah, I'd say if you've never had barrel aged 1050 and if you have the opportunity, yes, always. I say always try something that you think you would like or you think sounds cool. But yeah, I mean, after you have them,
Niagara Brewing Company,
except for Niagara Brewing Company.
But
if and barrel age the growler,
Well, so you did take home
that wheat beer. You want to age that wheat beer.
That dude, seriously look. They don't make good beer, okay? Everyone has said that, but I can't believe that is a beer people buy and like, oh man, this is pretty solid, because it's just not, and it's never gonna be. There's 4 people there that drank it, and we drank the rest of their shit. It was so bad. I don't even know how you can brew that and then release it.
The brown wasn't horrible, but yeah, it was pretty bad.
I actually thought the brown was actually a pretty decent beer.
No, you guys all liked the brown. I didn't care for it because I'm not a huge brown ale guy, but it was for the style. It was fine. Like it was solid.
The brown was their best. That was the best of the bunch.
Mine was I like the black lager. I think the
I'm
best.
pretty sure that Greg made me review them all.
Yes, you did. See,
Yeah, that was the
I'm
sad thing about it.
See, I'm like the opposite of Joe's. I don't care for black lagers, but yeah, I think their black lager was perfectly fine. But I do prefer brown ales. Their cream ale was okay as long as you didn't smell it, but it tasted.
That was the thing. Their cream ale was very on point with the canoe and the aroma, where it smelled horrible. But the difference between that and the canoe was that the cream ale actually didn't taste bad. That was the difference. It was like,
It was
okay,
just
this
sort
is
of there.
passable.
Like if you had it beside a pool on a hot sunny day, you'd be happy. Not so much the wheat beer.
I don't know if you'd be happy. You'd tolerate it though.
I can't remember which one it was from Niagara College or Niagara Brewing, but it was one of them that we had, and Greg wanted us to review it, so we faked turning on the camera. So we were like, "No, we're not."
That's funny.
Yeah,
and Greg's so hammered that he goes up to the LCD screen sitting there, and he goes up to
the LCD screen was off. The camera was off.
It's black, and he's like, I don't know how to work these things, but I'd assume it's working. He goes, sits down. I'm like, are you shitting me? It's not on. Like, it's black. Like, this, what's happening? Yeah,
and I think we told him it was like, I was like, yeah, it's when it's recording, it goes black.
And they were like, oh, it just shuts us, because it's got to conserve energy. That's how that works.
No, it's through the viewfinder.
Yeah, but the fact that you're leaving out is that you did record 3 Niagara Brewery College reviews.
Oh, we totally did.
I don't know if we did the black lager.
Let's hope we didn't. Although that was one of the better ones.
I always think beer reviews of terrible beer are the most fun ones to watch because, it's like if it's a good beer, it's like, oh well, this is excellent, guys. Oh, pinkies up, fellas. But if it's a bad beer, you can have a real discussion.
I'd assume on any of the Niagara Brewing Company reviews that Nick posts that he's going to get sub double digit fucking views on those, because everyone's going to be like, A, I don't know what the Niagara Brewing Company is. B, if I do know what the Niagara Brewing Company is, it's terrible. And C, Greg is in all these reviews, so I'm not watching.
Yeah, but it's not a concern because Nick would never fucking post reviews.
That's true.
No, I'll post them at some point. I've uploaded everything from any year previous to 2017.
If you didn't upload any of the reviews, I wouldn't blame you, Nick.
Nick just has to really censor out some of that shit.
I won't upload any of the views that Greg's in.
Yeah,
because they're not advertiser friendly, so I can't monetize.
I was gonna say then you're not gonna get much. You're not gonna get much there because I'm in almost every review.
I mean, if you're gonna have heavy editing,
like one review. No, actually, there was like one review where I did Craig's solo, and I can't remember which one it was. And it was like right at the beginning. I rewatched some of these reviews, right? And so right at the beginning of one of them, Greg's like talking, but his eyes are half closed, and I'm like, "Oh, there it goes! You're drunk. Your eyes aren't opening all the way." And I think we did like 4 more reviews right after that because I had you right where I wanted you.
Oh, there you go, Nick. You're a tricky.
I got you completely shit faced. And
Nick taking advantage of Greg once again.
I don't think I was shit faced. I think I was like 2 samples in at that point.
I just remember halfway through the fest, Nick, you, Chris, and I trying to get away from Greg, trying to do reviews because all he would come in and just start screaming random and inappropriate things while we're trying to.
I was doing upskirts.
Yeah, I just
Thanks, Greg. I'm wearing a Beer Fest staff T-shirt, carrying a camera around, and Greg's just like, "You're shooting all the upskirts." I'm like, fuck off.
Sorry to say, Dick, I'm ruining your element of surprise.
Ruining my reputation too.
We got some comments from Chad here in the chat. He says Anderson Craft Ales used to be the brewmaster at Le Petit Saut.
Oh, cool.
He said, he was talking to Nage37 here, saying that, wow, Bouncer at a brew pub here, it is all dance clubs, and they survive by where they are. So I guess he means the locations are good for them. Then he says, no, he'll get a lot of views, all from Dino sending the MO after him. I don't know what that's related to.
Yeah,
and then he says, I'm gonna have to stop watching soon. The internet keeps freezing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you're gonna miss out on some fantastic banter.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch afterwards. All right, well, I'm gonna go get some more beer, so all you motherfuckers behave.
No,
This is totally not going to happen.
no, we're gonna talk about Joe's hemorrhoids.
We can talk about them.
Ribbed for our pleasure. Oh
They
shit!
hurt.
Oh shit! Nick sent a photo. Let's see what Nick sent a photo of.
I took this for you
Probably-
when we were in
Probably
Toronto.
his penis.
You probably already know where this is.
Yeah, this is just down the street from us.
I thought so.
Dude, there was an adult place randomly on
Visuals.
Lundy's Lane, right? Like across, like a little bit down across from Swiss Chalet,
What do
maybe
you
like
mean?
a couple blocks down.
Half that place is sex stores.
No, the funny thing is like in the States, you all have to have everything like blacked out. You can only say adult store or whatever. Not like you could totally see through the windows here. There's like dildos hanging on the wall and shit. And I'm sitting there and there's fucking a bunch of Girl Scouts fucking walking across the street right on the corner. I'm like, how is this even a thing? Is this even allowed?
Joe, I
Like-
gotta take a photo for you of literally right beside our condo. There is an LCBO, and right beside that there is a giant adult sex store. But it is like the classiest adult sex store ever. Like it has got bright windows. All the dildos and sexy things are right in the windows. You go inside. It's all boutiquey. Like they have a lube section, they have a butt plug section, they have a masturbator section. Like it's super classy. It's well lit. Like it's just fantastic. I gotta do a video tour of that place.
That's like the porn store here. Is like I only ever went into it once.
Yeah,
when
right.
Neely was still alive, but it was like super posh, polished interior, dildo racks hanging, and all the sex toys around. Well, I'm just saying, like everything was really nice inside, but
Dildo racks. That's fantastic.
but it was like all this like brushed aluminum metal finish and black inside, and it's just this really nice, like sex store.
That's just it's like I said for someone coming from the States,
I mean,
for all that
there wasn't
stuff,
like
it's got to
sex
be
toys
hidden.
hanging
It's
in the
crazy.
windows or anything like that, but not that the name of the place, like Sensation O, leaves much to the imagination.
Guys, is it bad that while I'm doing this BDU chat, Agnes is literally behind me washing windows?
Does she want to be washing the windows?
Oh
Tell
yeah,
her
she's
hi.
doing it, Joe says hi. She's doing it voluntarily. I have to have the camera off because she's doing it in the nude.
Hi, Agnes.
Nicholas also says hi. I'm sure Lee would also say hi. Oh, he's back.
Yeah, hi. I don't know her, but hi.
Lee says hi, even though he's never met you.
Agnes is a great woman. Behind every Greg, you need like 73 great women, but she bakes up for the other 72.
Well, she's married to Greg. She must be a fucking saint of some sort.
Oh man, she is
Patience of a saint.
the patience and just the sheer strength of that woman. Watching Greg,
I know. Like how many times did she have to
straight
apologize for? How many times did she have to apologize for Greg the entire time at the festival? It's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
She apologizes for me. She approves of
I know.
I do.
I know that I got apologized to her about like 4 times at the festival.
Oh, Nick, you're just exaggerating.
Oh no, I'm not.
I'm a
Was she? Well, no, wait, was she just apologizing for stepping on your dick all the time by mistake? Was that what it was?
Well, Nick did have his dick out a few times. We thought it was just a hose to clean up the vomit, but no, that's.
yeah, his dick is 37 inches around. So that's a scary thing.
Rhino says Dino owns Niagara Brewing, actually, the entire block.
Have you ever told him how bad his beer is, like to his face? Because I would have preferred to do that. I don't know who was at the Niagara. They weren't at your fest, but that would have been fun to just be like, you guys just stop.
Suck.
Just stop.
Get another
Rhino,
job.
yeah, Rhino says he might review a beer or 3 tonight. Was working out while listening, and he says Agnes is an angel. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is. I don't know how she ended up with Greg.
I was just telling Agnes about the AGCO inspector, and she's very proud of me.
That you weren't made.
That you weren't
Yeah, they didn't
hauled
make you
off
stop
in
drinking.
handcuffs.
You high fiver? I totally didn't get kicked out of the fest.
Yes, exactly. I'm proud. I'm like, hey, he clearly didn't think I was bad enough to kick out.
Yes.
He was probably just afraid that I was friends with Osama bin Laden over there and that they would cause an explosion. Yeah, with iced tea and
So
ice
I
cubes.
found this tonight. Lee might be interested. I don't know. This is probably something more for Guy.
Maybe if you pull it
But
away
this
from
is-
the fucking screen there, big guy.
It's it's trying to get my thing to focus. Maybe
Yeah,
my face.
yeah, move your face.
Get your
There you
butt
go.
to
There you
focus.
go.
Gin Thuya from
Oh, baby, the roll with it, the gym, baby.
it's from Distillery Fistawa up in northern New Brunswick. It's the same ones that make all those. So they make beers too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but they're also a distillery. This is the
Is
one
it-
that's going to be making a Scotch whiskey in a few years.
Is it good?
Really?
But I just picked. They actually have the new sample bottles now, so you can buy them cheap as a taster.
Cool.
I thought that was kind of cool. That and I want to try gin.
Nick, while you're trying that, I think you should post the All Polish review. Agnes really wants to watch it. I've told her about it. And she's very excited for it.
I'll post it at some point. I don't have it edited yet. I haven't even copied my stuff over from my computer, my laptop.
Nick, what the hell kind of
Nick.
photographer are you, buddy?
Nick, you know,
I didn't
I
wake up yesterday
Nope.
until like 3 p.m.
Well, jeez, you're a
Jesus.
monster.
I was fucking tired. I mean, the day after the festival, I decided to walk like 5 kilometers down to the falls and back. And
Yeah, I was gonna say that looked like a
And
bit
I-
of a walk, and you got wet apparently. Who would have
Yeah, I
thought? Who would have thought near a waterfall?
yeah,
Not the
you
fun
know,
way.
waterfall doesn't have water. And come on,
yeah, really,
Yeah.
not the fun wet kind of.
you're
Yeah.
a slob. You are disgusting.
Great time to take your dick out, kind of.
Nick, I'm gonna need you to settle down. I'm gonna need you to settle down.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if you're going over a barrel in the falls, maybe take your dick out then, because why not? It's probably over with anyway. But
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, I would totally. take my dick out of a barrel.
Niagara Brewing needs to make a barrel aged beer
Nope.
where
Yeah,
they name it over the barrel in the falls or something.
yeah. Like
You know what
that-
they need to
they're
do is
totally
make
missing
a
out.
good beer. That would be a step in the right direction. Just make
Joe-
it
you know
like
what?
a beer.
You know what they need
No,
to
I'm
do?
not
They
saying
need to
it'll
put their
be good.
brewery in a barrel and send that over the fucking falls and forget about it.
Wow, shots fired.
They can pack up their actual brewery and put it in a barrel and just throw it
Almost
over the
touch your
falls. I'm
butt.
happy.
'Cause
Maybe
their
the entire
stuff-
block in which they're located in.
Their stuff is fucking just tourist bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, of the 3 of the 4 that was drinkable, it was just like barely. You know what I mean? Like you wouldn't want to most of the time. Like, if someone asked me, "Would you like to drink this fucking cream ale?" No, thanks. I
Yeah.
could, but no, thanks.
Yeah. Rhino says apparently he was banned from inside Niagara Brewing.
That doesn't
Wait, you were-
surprise me.
Just like Joe was banned from Mash Paddle's tent.
And he also says that the AGCO guy did want Greg kicked out, but it was on Rhino to kick you out or not, and he decided to let you stay.
Oh, thank you so much,
Really?
Chad. Very much
Wow.
appreciated.
Wow, that would have been funny.
If-
Which I gotta say, Chad, bad decision.
Yeah, if you can point me out to the AGCO guy next year, I will make sure that Greg is kicked out. No one needs to have Greg in the fest at about 6:00. Doesn't matter if he shows up
Listen,
at
Joe,
3
if I
noon.
get kicked out of the fest next year, I know where you park. I'm going to take a massive shit on your minivan.
It's not a minivan, but that's okay. I thought you were going to say you're going to go hang out with the Flying Squirrel.
I might do that actually. I'm actually encouraged the flying squirrel guy. He's like, hey, see that minivan over there? Go kick it.
Fucking minivan.
Joe, you drive a minivan. Don't be embarrassed.
Oh my god. Tourists love the shit. Yeah, tourists like a lot of terrible things. Typically. That's why they're tourists.
Love anything. They just like things because they convince themselves they're engaging in local culture.
Your local cuisine, local everything, and it's like
Well,
you're going to the places where local people actually do not eat or drink or hang out.
Well, that's the thing. It's like anywhere else. Like, Nick, I saw you posted a picture of the CN Tower. I'm willing to bet you probably didn't go up to the CN Tower, because if you did, you would have paid an arm and a leg to go up there, and you would have been able to go up there and get an okay view and some really shitty overpriced food, and then you would have been like, hey, I just spent $300 to basically get raped.
Well, I would actually love to pay to go up to the top of the CN Tower, but I wouldn't eat the food up there.
No, you wouldn't.
It sounds like too much of a gimmick. I just want to go up and see the top of the tower.
You'd probably
Even
just
if-
pick up
Even
pieces of
even
bubble
just to
gum
li-
off the concrete.
Even just to literally go up there, I think is something like it's super expensive. And then you got to pay extra if you want to go up to the top part because the regular top part's not high enough. If you want to go to the sky pod where they actually have like glass floors and shit, and it's scary as fuck. That you gotta pay
like
extra for.
the glass pod area is where I want to go, but how much? I'm gonna look online to see how much it is. CN Tower tickets.
I think it's easily. I think it's something like $100 for one person or something.
Holy fuck! Well, here's cntower.ca.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I just know it's quite expensive. If you want to go on the skywalk, I think it's $170 a person or something.
Edgewalk.
Yeah, the Edgewalk's fucking expensive.
That's fucking expensive. That's a little much, just for the advantage of going to the top of the tower.
Well, no, the Edgewalk is the one you actually go outside the tower, so that's why it's so expensive. I think the glass pod part is a little bit more expensive. I'm just talking about my ass. I don't remember. It's been forever since I've been in the CN Tower. I just know it's expensive.
Greg, you never have to clarify you're talking out of your ass. We just assume it at all times.
Oh, thanks, Tim.
No problem.
Well, here's the buy tickets for the tower experience.
That sounds like something. That sounds like something you probably don't want.
Ladies, you want the tower experience? Sounds like a great time to
upgrade to the. You can upgrade to the Eiffel Tower experience. Oh, yeah, that's probably something you don't want to do, Nick. At least you got to photograph it and see it in person.
Yeah, I got to stand underneath it. It was cheap.
Yeah.
The heck, even the beer over at the samples over at Steam Whistle were free.
Yep, they give you free samples, and if you go on the tour,
that's not bad.
The tours cost money, but it's like if you actually calculate the cost, it's like because they give you like a free 12-pack or 6-pack of beer, whatever you pay for, and it's basically like the tour costs like 25 cents or something.
You can go up to the Sky Pod, General Mission plus Sky Pod at the CN Tower is $50.
Okay, so it's less than I thought it was.
See, I'd have done that. I would have done that. Because, it's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It might not be interesting for somebody from Toronto, but for me, coming from out of town, it's just like Niagara Falls. That's why I like walking down there every year. It's fucking Niagara Falls.
See, I know. I know Chad wouldn't have gone with you because I remember watching that video way back of Chad, and I think it was that Niagara Falls. What was it? The fucking.
The Skylon Tower?
Yeah. Well, no, not the Skylon Tower. It was the Ferris wheel. And I remember I remember Chad was on there and he looked all scared and nervous. I'm just like, yeah, that's exactly like I would be on that thing because I fucking hate heights too. So that's why I'd avoid the CN Tower. I haven't been there in like 15 years or something that, and I don't plan on going back.
I think that a Ferris wheel would be a whole different story because you're just suspended by steel bars in a open top carriage. So you're like, there's nothing around you other than you're trapped. But like if you go up to the top of the CN Tower, you've got like a whole pod around you that seems a little bit more solid.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's never ever been any like tall towers that anyone's ever flown planes into that have like fallen over, eh?
Oh,
never.
Not that kind of tall fucking tower.
It's never happened.
No, because that was all conspiracy. It was a false flag.
Fake news.
9/11.
Fake news. Those towers are still standing today.
They are.
The whole city of New York is actually they're all crisis actors.
They are quite good about it too.
Yeah, I mean it is the most monumental, large scale deception of the American public that's ever been put upon.
Yep, and in other totally unrelated but then relatable news, the Earth is flat.
It is. It is
totally flat.
What's that thing going around on Facebook? It's like flat Earth believers have members across the globe, around the globe.
Yeah, all around the globe. All around the globe. Yep.
Yeah, all around it. Yeah.
There might be a minute amount of them who actually believe that shit, but for the most part, they're all just stupid trolls like Jordan. They're all just like Kekistani bullshit assholes.
And the people who honestly 100% believe that they honestly need a lot of help.
They just need to stay. They just need to stay in their trailer and not bother anybody.
They need a lot of help, or just regular amount of help.
But they're fucking.
No, they need a lot of help.
They just don't need. They just don't need an internet connection. Is what they
like. There's so many conspiracy theories out there that like right? Like, you talk about 9/11. It could be an inside job. It could have totally been one. Could totally not been one. Right? There's still the small possibility that conspiracy theories could be true. But the whole flat Earth thing, I'm not really sure behind the whole why would this be a conspiracy theorist? Why would all these scientists and NASA members and all this, why would they tell people that it's round instead of flat? Like, it serves no purpose. Like, the end game of a conspiracy theorist is to hide shit. What are you hiding? You're not hiding anything. You're just...
Well, you know what? You could argue, you're using the same things that you just said about climate change. There's so many scientists agreeing that climate change is real, and yet people are in so much fucking denial because they think it's a conspiracy.
Same with vaccines as well. Oh, the drug companies make so much money off of keeping
it's big pharma. Big pharma wants to...
But you see, the difference between that and the flat Earth, though, is there's a lot of money involved, like a ton of money involved with all that stuff. So I can see like why they say whatever, but like with flat Earth, there's really like no reason for them to come out and be like, "Yo, it's round. It's round because of whatever." It doesn't make any sense.
I think you would not be surprised to hear that a lot of flat earthers are also Christian fundamentalists.
I'm shocked.
Yeah, so there is
it's like the earth is flat because Jesus said so.
Yeah, there is sort of that stuff in Christianity as well, and so a lot of it is just assholes who take everything on faith.
Yeah, it's completely stupid. They're thinking it's some kind of religious thing. No, they've known the earth was round since the fucking Romans.
So let me ask you a question:
the earth was round.
You take like an exceedingly long flight. Do you just run into an imaginary wall and it just blow up in midair? Is that what happens?
No, everyone lies about it.
Have you ever seen the movie Cabin in the Woods, Joe? It's exactly like that.
Yeah, it's 100% like that. That's great. I believe something's happening.
No, what's even worse is there's some people who believe the Earth is actually concave. It's a flat concave Earth, so it's like a fucking ice cream cone.
Oh, great!
We're all living on the back of a giant turtle.
Okay,
yeah.
Hey, that's some Golden Axe.
Interesting.
Which I say was a great game back in the day.
Golden Axe was fun. Yep. And that was an arcade game that was kind of hard as well, so it ate up your quarters because you could die real easy in it.
Yeah, you're basically a poor kid by the end of it.
Yeah, I much preferred it on the Genesis because it was beatable, or at least I'm.
And you didn't lose all your money.
Well, I mean, yeah. It only cost my mom like $70 or whatever the fuck games cost back then.
Did you guys see or watch anything, reviews, whatever, streams of the new Friday the 13th game?
I see a lot of people are having a hard time getting on fucking games.
Look,
the servers are a little bit suspect right now at best.
Look, I'll tell you. I mean, I know that game's rough right now. Okay, hang on for. Okay. Yeah, sorry, the guy's going by. I know that game's rough right now, but my God, I hope they fix it because that game just looks like so much fun, and it looks like it really pays so much homage to the Friday 13th movies. It just they didn't bother to bug test it.
No, it does look like fun because here's the thing: they had for months. They had people like they gave out beta copies to people for bug testing.
Wow,
and
really?
you could see all these streams on YouTube of people just playing like an early version of the game, but it sounds like it didn't really fix a lot of the problems with the initial release, so it still feels like a pre-alpha kind of release almost.
Yeah, so they basically released it too early without probably fixing what they should have, and they released it with a multiplayer only to start, and then what next week or the week after, something like that, the solo game is being launched.
Yeah, and you see, this is a small independent company too. Like, it was all crowdfunded and all that shit. So I mean,
I guess
they just jumped the gun too soon.
Like right now, I think it's like something like 45 Canadian on Steam. I'm certainly not going to give them that for the broken game. But you know what? If say by around Halloween rolls around and they've got the game fixed and maybe have additional content, I'll give them my money.
Yeah. I mean, it is cool. It just
needs to be polished. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool that they pulled all these people from like the actual movie series, like being involved in the design and development of it. Like Tom Savini designed like a new Jason for it and shit. And
Well, the thing I think is amazing is, I mean, not only do they have the different Jasons from different eras, but they have, like they have the what is it? Hadley's Hope, not Hadley's Hope. That's from Aliens, but whatever. Oh, Higgins Haven, I think is the name from the farm from Friday 13th Part 3, and then they got they got all these different areas from like the different movies. I think it's just so well done. Like it's so well designed. I think they just forgot to freaking beta test the damn thing. But
yeah, but it is really great fan service. I mean, the sort of pre-release stuff I was watching looked really, really good. It looks like it's gotten buggier since. They actually
now they have thousands of people playing it versus probably hundreds.
Right, that's true.
I'm reading their Twitter page right now, and they released a Steam patch, and then like an hour later they rolled it back because people were losing perks, which is crazy. Within an hour of releasing a patch, you're rolling it back because of an issue, and then they updated later and said the focus on these servers are seen on all platforms, and they're trying to reduce the strain, and it's going to alleviate the XP, unlock, CP issues. And that says they also want to ensure that the perks kills are not lost when playing. We are working on the patch right now to update. So, like you guys said, it's a smaller fucking company. So
yeah, at least they are working on it.
Well, they are, but it just seems like, I don't know, they're trying to roll things out way too quickly to fix them instead of just ensuring things are 100% fixed and then doing it. You know,
that is a symptom of the game industry as it is as a whole. Anyway, everybody does this now. Everybody releases games before they're fully done, fully bug tested, and they just keep releasing patches.
It's also really sad because this would have been like the perfect game to release, like late September, early October. Like I would have probably I would have probably sight unseen given it because of that mood. I'm just in the mood to play any horror games. So
yeah, here's the thing with it, because it is crowdfunded. So they do have sort of ingrained deadlines and stuff they have to meet, and certain things they have to meet with people who funded it through, like Indiegogo or wherever the fuck it was funded through. The biggest thing is, like, if they had the leeway to do it, they should have waited until, because there's a new rumored Friday the 13th movie coming out, like sometime in the next year or two.
Yeah.
If that becomes confirmed, that would have been like the ideal time to release the game, like right before the release of the movie or right during the release of the movie.
Because you have people already hyped up for the movie, and that works in perfectly.
Who knows? They might come out with a sequel to something that's successful.
Well, I would assume, I assume if this fucking goes well, there definitely will be a sequel. But if they don't get their shit together and fix all the issues, then people are just going to remember it as a buggy, shitty game, regardless of how much potential it has. Yeah, it's one of those things where I think what you're saying, Lee, is 100% correct. So many places, or so many different companies will release their game at like the beta stage, where you would prefer them not to. But whether it's deadlines or wanting to get it out there and then release patches, like, it's just like they want to capitalize on whatever hype is going for them at that time. And in a lot of cases, they don't recover. Like No Man's Sky is a perfect example on PS4. Like, for years, they were talking about how awesome the game was, kept on getting pushed back. Finally, it gets released, and it's like a shell of what they originally said it was. And it was just this big, repetitive, shitty universe where it was like you just go to the same, different worlds, and there's like 5 different worlds basically, and it's just like no one was even interested. And they talked about going to the middle of the universe, and when you got there, whatever, it was nothing what they said it was going to be like.
They basically straight up lied and strung along their audience is what they did.
Yeah, and they did it because they kind of had to. It's so far into development, but it's a shitty thing to do. People are paying money, hard-earned money, to fucking play it. They were promised something, you lied about it, and then they're like, "Oh, well, we'll eventually get to it." Well, that's not what people are paying for. They're paying for the promises that you told them for years and years up until you release the fucking game.
Has anyone actually watched on YouTube? There's actually apparently it's kind of convoluted how to kill Jason. Has anyone actually watched a video of how you're actually supposed to do it? It's actually
I saw a couple of videos on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's actually kind of cool. I mean, I hope nobody's gonna be too upset if I do some spoilers for a multiplayer game. But apparently you have to actually have to get a female character to find a a shack which is randomly generated, and that has Jason's mother in it. And you have to get her old sweater, a la Friday 13th Part 2. And then you have to, one character has to die, and then you have to get a radio and then go to a police tower to radio. And then Tommy Jarvis comes in, a la Friday 13th Part 6. And then basically, like when Jason comes, I think you guys have to actually hit his mask off, which I guess just involves getting a lucky hit on his head. And then you have to, the female character with the sweater has to distract him. Then somebody has to hit him in the face when he's not wearing a mask to stun him. And then I think Tommy Jarvis is the only one who can kill him and has to, I think, hit him with a machete right in the head. And I'm just like, you know what? It's convoluted as fuck, but it actually sounds kind of cool because it's like Jason's not supposed to be easy to kill. And this sounds like it's something that's not easy to do, but if you do it, it's kind of a pretty cool achievement.
Yeah, and the game is based around teamwork, so...
Yeah. So, I mean, how often it's actually done, how often it actually works in practice is a
here's
different story,
the thing, Greg.
But
when you play online games with random people, teamwork usually goes out the window.
I completely agree with you, Joe. That's why I'm saying I don't necessarily think this will work out so well. Maybe in person.
It's going to be an interesting community because it's not like first-person shooters like Call of Duty and stuff where you can have clans where you're just doing matches against other teams and stuff. Unless they get new modes like in the future of some sort that maybe can do that, but for the most part, the game is basically centered around you got a group of players and one player is Jason, and that's it. Like, so the team is working against Jason, and Jason is overpowered, so he can just walk around and basically, you know, work towards picking them all off. So it's not your traditional P versus P kind of.
No, it's unique and it's cool from that perspective. But then the flip side of it is people eventually get bored if that's the only game mode in there and there's nothing else just over and over playing it the same way. I mean, the first time you kill Jason will be, awesome. But after a while, like, you probably won't get anything out of it. It'll just become a repetitive, boring type of game.
Well,
so you need to introduce new game modes. I don't know what else they can do. I mean, that's their job. But there's a lot of things you could introduce. It's just how well they play into a video game. I have no idea.
I mean, look at the original Friday the 13th game from the NES.
Oh yeah.
I played that and I killed Jason, and then immediately it makes you go back and just do the whole game over again. You have to kill him like 6 or 7 times in that game before you can finally win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other problem with multiplayer games like that is, right now the game's really fresh and it's going to be like, oh, Jason's overpowered and it's hard to kill him and stuff. I guarantee you, give it 6 months, what's going to happen is a lot of this casual player base is going to drop off and you're going to be left with the really hardcore people that they'll just be able to like kill him. It'll be like any Jason that goes in there, unless he's really good, will not have a chance because they will know exactly what to do. They'll know every single spawn location of the hut. They'll know how to get Tommy. They'll strategize. Within 5 minutes, Jason will be dead.
Yeah, that's the danger of that.
Yep. Yeah, that's why you need to randomly generate the spawn location so it's not the same place every time, or even, do more than just like 3 or 4 random spawns of the things you need. Make it truly randomized, and it would be a lot harder.
Yeah, baby, I'm back.
Problem is, it's hard. It's hard because there's only so many places you can make things spawn.
Be cool if it's just out in the middle of the woods somewhere randomly.
I'm gonna try this one from Joe.
Oh yeah, I was hoping you took that one home.
Jesus, Joe, you just gave everyone everything and me nothing. You're a criminal,
Vanilla
Joe.
Porter.
I gave you 2 fucking beers and you forgot my beers because you're dumb. You're stupid.
I gave you 2 beers as well. Plus, I allowed you to drink from all the growlers.
Yeah, don't be so stupid.
The only positive outcome from this entire weekend, Greg, is you sent Guy a beer for me, which I truly do appreciate.
I did too.
Yeah, you gotta pour that hard, bro. I don't know what kind of weak ass pour this is. You gotta just pour it hard.
Now, Joe, I sent them the can. I drank the beer that was inside. I sent them the can.
Well, that's fine. He doesn't need to drink.
That's just a straight up don't give a fuck nitro pour because it's like it ain't gonna overflow, bitches.
Yeah, you just dump that shit upside down and go ha. Yeah,
bitches. Yeah, let's try it.
Did you take the vanilla porter from Rohrbach home too, or no?
Yeah, I do. It's next.
Okay. You should have done that one first because it'd be such a letdown, probably because it's not nitro.
Oh fuck! This is good. It's good. It's good.
That's pretty tasty.
Wow.
10
I
out
didn't
of
have
10.
it, but it's
10
pretty
out of
tasty.
10. No, I'm just
They're all 10. No, it's
they're all 10s.
Breckenridge.
Fucking 10.
Like I said, Breckenridge doesn't really do a lot of great beer, and then they got bought out by, I think, AB and Bev, so everyone shits on them now because, of course, they're AB and Bev. But I like they had, like I said, that orange chocolate stout was basically like a Terry's chocolate orange. I had that. It was pretty fucking good. And it was nitroed, so it was like, yeah, this is dessert beer central, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So this is
Right.
not right. Is this available if I just cross over the border?
No, you asked me that. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and Erie's the closest. We get Breckenridge here. Here's the thing: we get that brewery. We get some of their stuff here. For some reason, none of their nitro stuff has shown up here yet. At some point, it probably will, but it's been like 6 months, so I don't know for sure.
Those son of bitches.
When? Yeah, it's weird. There's like, okay, we get your beer. Why is this not showing up? I don't. Something probably with the distributors, maybe not carrying it or not wanting to carry it. I don't
They're
know.
hogging it. They're hogging it. That's why.
They might be. I do know when I went to Erie a month ago, I saw it again in Wegmans. There's no taps down there, but there's Wegmans, and I saw a 4-pack of that just hanging out. I didn't buy it, but because I already had a couple cans left over, but I do know they still carry it down there.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's no left hand though. It's no left hand milk stout.
So I remember at the festival when I was talking to one of the wives of. Actually, I was talking to one of the girls from Wooden Horse. Well, it was only one girl and the two guys there, Brad and Matt. And so I'm talking to the one girl. I can't remember her name now. I think it's shit. Greg, you remember her name?
Rebecca.
Mm-mm.
Actually, I have no idea.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so I'm talking to her and blah, 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 and we're just talking about the beers and all this shit. And then all of a sudden, Greg comes up behind me, puts his arm around me, and he goes, "Hey, did you know this guy's single and he's got a 14-inch cock?"
I remember that.
Yeah, that's so. So just picture that. That's how fucked up Greg
Agnes
is.
is standing there. Agnes is standing there at the time, and I look at Greg, and I look at her, and I say, "Yeah, you're just gonna have to take 10 inches off of that, and then we'll be accurate." And then she goes, "Well, I'm married, and I have 2 kids, and I'm married to the guy over here, married to Matt." And Greg's just like, "Okay," and then he leaves, and I was just like, "Okay, well, I'm embarrassed now.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk away." And so we finished that conversation. Then later on, I found Greg and gave him a nice little backhand to the nutsack.
Oh yeah, he
Good job.
Yeah, it was nice.
Yeah,
Like right in front of me, it was hilarious.
That was great.
No, but that's the type of shit that
Greg really needs to be before you interject
He
yourself.
really needs to
Greg,
be booted out of the festival next time he gets.
you really need to assess the situations beforehand before you dive headfirst in. That's
he has absolutely no filter, and I mean that's basically what was happening when we were trying to do reviews. Like, you're at our reviews aren't serious when we do them at the fest. When we do them, whatever, we all joke around, but like we couldn't even like Nick's trying to start the video like, "Oh, welcome to Maxwell Stars," and Greg just behind him going, "Nah, I'm gonna look at everyone's fucking."
He starts drinking
I'm like, I'm like,
It was some hype.
I'm gonna crawl around and look at him. I'm like,
across
okay.
multiple days where I had to restart reviews because of Greg.
Yeah, he just comes in. He's like, I'm
Like,
not drinking
yeah,
the same
remember,
beer
like-
as you guys. I'm like, that's good.
Like I think I started one review. It's like remember the dark people don't, or some like
Yeah, it
there
was
was some like
something racist.
some
in
racist thing. Oh yeah, or how he was pronouncing Niagara Brewing.
it. Yeah.
Oh
yeah, it was,
Jesus! I don't even want to hear that. So my big takeaway from this is that Greg is basically the worst person ever, and we should never invite him to anything.
Never.
Oh, it was funny when he's not being racist.
well, it's funny when he's joking around, but when you're trying to do something that's going to actually go on YouTube on someone's channel who doesn't want that stuff on, it's like you just might want to settle down for a couple minutes.
I don't
You know?
I don't mind shit show stuff, but I don't want racism.
Never mind the 14-inch cock thing. Come on.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's actually pretty funny. And
That's
you
actually
try-
like you might want to take 10 inches off of that.
You should have, as he did that, you should have looked right into her eyes and then winked and just walked away. That's what you should have done.
You make your thing.
Then she wouldn't have known if you actually had a 14-inch cock or not. You know, maybe
It's
she's like,
like-
hey,
I swear to God, I'm
Just
going to bring a
just like
fucking
last time I
cucumber in my
showered
pocket.
with you.
you know what the biggest disappointment of the entire weekend was, though? Period. Allie not showing up. You fucking liar.
I know.
Yeah, that's on you. That's on you, Chris.
Let me tell you what happened. So she contacted me the day after, And she said, I was in my friend's driveway, and her ex-boyfriend thought that I was some other dude and broke my window.
What?
Her windshield.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Possessive
I was
fuck.
okay, do I believe it? I don't know. I don't care. She gave me an excuse, whatever. But that's what she said.
Sounds like a super possessive fuck that doesn't need her anyway.
All right, so Nick, settle down. You're not her bodyguard.
Calm down.
Yeah,
No, but I'm just saying that fucking
settle down. Settle down, Nick. Just settle down.
You ain't Kevin Costner and she ain't Whitney Houston, baby. Come on,
You
man.
got a chance next year, but you need to settle down.
You're not
I
Ryan
think,
Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson.
I think Klyzak's got a better chance.
Clyzak.
Clyzak gonna
really hate
move in there.
You really hate that, Chris?
Well, I don't know. I just thought you're mixing my first and last name together. Okay.
It's very uncreative.
You need to embrace it, Clyzak. Come on now.
Clydak. I'll be known as Clydak, and Joe will be known as High.
I prefer
And
Clit
Nick will
Sack.
be known as
Klyzak is another name for Click Commander.
Clit Sack.
and Nick is Tripod. And
Oh.
Greg's just drunk.
Yeah.
We
All
just
the
told the
time.
story about how I have a 14-inch cock. You missed it.
I believe that. I believe the only one here with a 14-inch cock is Nick.
Around. We've established this around.
Of course, around. I mean, length. I don't even know if we have a measuring tape long enough.
I'm not drunk enough to talk about my penis size yet.
Well, let's keep it that way because we also now want to talk about your penis.
Yeah, just settle down there, Liam.
Let's just say he wasn't that sober Friday night. He
Well,
let it all hang out.
Oh, he did not let it all out. Thankfully, he let some of it out.
Just not the actual.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just not visual.
Just the tip. Oh man.
All I can say is when I drove him last Thursday, it's a good thing my window opens up pretty wide because we had to just hang that thing outside.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's no way.
You know what's
Because
funny?
you were
I just put gas.
only
in
because
my
you were
car
dry.
for the
Only
first
because you
time
were
since
hitting the
all
gas so hard, it was rock hard. God damn.
Jeez, I hope there weren't any fucking signs along the road or anything.
Speed. You need speed cameras.
That too.
No, but there were some women walking on the side of the road, and he definitely did give him a good mushroom slap. and by good, I mean they're now in the morgue.
Oh.
Jesus. And pregnant.
So I bought myself a new Seahawks hat. It was on sale at Sport Check, 30% off everything in the store in Niagara Falls.
And where?
At Sport Check, let's see, in Niagara Falls.
Problem with
Sport
Sport
Checks
Check
these
is their 30% off price is still like pretty expensive.
Well, the store's closing, right? So everything in the store's too.
Oh shit!
Wow, really?
Oh wow, really?
Nice
Sport Check is closing?
I remember going to Sports Check back in the early to mid '90s when I couldn't find
when Joe actually knew how to run.
I never knew how to run. I don't know what you're talking about. When I wanted to get some hockey jerseys, and back in the early '90s, they didn't sell many in the States, so I'd have to go over there and actually
did you want to get a Maple Leafs jersey? Is that it?
I actually got a Quebec Nordiques jersey with Peter Forsberg. A
Nice.
Forsberg on the back. So
I don't know who that is.
I know you didn't. I knew Chris would. I knew you wouldn't. I figured Nick might, but then again, Nick is a Habs fan, so. I said back in the early '90s, I had to actually go across the border and go to Sports Check to get a Peter Forsberg Nordiques jersey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when it was his second year, I got it. So it was like '93, maybe '94, something like that.
Lots of good deals.
Like-
Red Wings jerseys were in there for $100 minus 30% for $70 for jersey.
Yo, minus another 30% because I got American money. I could get it for free.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that was the good thing about the weekend though, like going over there and exchanging cash or just getting the exchange on a credit card or debit card. Living like a king. Living like a motherfucking king.
Yeah, you were.
Oh yeah.
Motherfucker!
Like maybe some kind of Arab king, maybe.
Oh, maybe. Osama bin
Yeah.
Joe, indeed.
Yeah, I'm gonna pay with my gold chain, thanks.
I do, dude. The best thing was Crazy Canuck having hat dags on their sign. Hat dags.
Hat dags. And you know what? They were fucking fantastic.
Oh, they were.
They say they had eggs like average dad.
I think
No,
that's
so
an
yeah, so Lee, we go. The Crazy Canucks has they have their poutine and whatnot. So on their fucking menu they have hat dags, HAT,
Oh my god.
hat dogs, DAGS. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the fuck is I guess that's a hot dog, or is this like some kind of special hot dog, right, Nick? And I go up to the guy, he's out there taking orders. I'm like, hat dags, what the fuck's a hat dag? And he goes, like the guys from Buffalo, they say hot dog, and I'm like, I don't say hat dag. Say hot dog. I'm like, what?
No, wait.
He's like,
Who in fucking Buffalo says that? That sounds like a Boston accent.
it does, doesn't it? Because no one in Buffalo says hat dag. All right, we might say taps. We don't say hat dag. I can't even say it. Like, yeah. So he's like, we say hat dag. He's like, we hat dags, and I'm like, whatever. Even though you're being a dick, I'll take one of your hat dags.
And then he's talking about North Tonawanda, and you're like, that's where I'm from.
Oh yeah, they did. He said specifically North Tonawanda, and I was like, dude, I am totally. That's where I live. And he's like, what? No way. And I'm like, yeah, give me one of your fucking racist hot dogs, you piece of shit. But he gave me one, and then everyone else got one, and they're fucking magical.
I mean,
as far as hot dogs go.
You picture Matt Damon, Ben Affleck having like wicked pizza and then having some hat dags afterwards.
Totally, dude. Hat dags. They were fucking hat dags, and they were delicious. But
like, what the that brewery's fucked up. They don't. Fuck
no, it was a food truck, Crazy Canuck hat dags.
You know what? One of my favorite moments, and this is kind of to do with the Crazy Canuck. One of my favorite moments of the fest is like, I think Joe had taken off, but I was sitting next to his average dad on one of the picnic tables.
Oh, your dad's
and yeah, you know where this is going. And there was a crowd of like early 20s women standing around the Crazy Canuck.
Oh,
and we're
Joe's
I
dad.
look over at him like, wow, there's some nice bums there, and I give a nod over to your dad, and he's like, yeah, rack them up. And then he starts going on about like, I was like, yeah, well, my heart medication probably wouldn't hold out. Some of them might have to wait.
Yeah, I can't even.
Average dad for a while. Have you guys brought him up yet, or is this the first time we're bringing up Average Pops?
Joe's dad is fucking awesome. It's amazing that Joe's his son.
Your dad is fucking awesome.
I can only imagine how he said it too. Like I can picture him saying exactly like that.
Well, you sort of laughing. You're like, it's like, yeah. It's like, what was my heart medication? Some of them might have to wait. We have to wait and like charge up to 20 minutes.
Hey, Average Pops. Hey, Average Pops.
Not to laugh.
Average Pops. What are you doing? What are you doing on the pew? I'm just on Pie Patrol. Oh,
yes, he totally said that. Listen, I think it is quite safe to say that
Pie Patrol by the bathrooms.
I would say that a multiple
Where else are you going to find girls?
The best part about it. The best part about it is you said that like an hour before I actually went to go look for him on Pie Patrol, and he was still on Pie Patrol. He's like, I've been sitting here for like an hour and a half on Pie Patrol. I'm like, unbelievable.
Listen, I think
I need a beer.
I think that our journey at the Flying Saucer definitely made Joe uncomfortable.
Oh, dude, that was epic levels of almost. I harken back to when we took Paul halfway back home on the after the first fest, and the Jag died, and Pops and Paul in the same car for like an hour and a half was not pleasant. It was not pleasant. Yeah, Greg and Average Dad, number one. Greg's super hammered. You can say whatever. He's fucking hammered. All right.
15 growlers and 100 beers,
Yeah.
and then he down. What was that high fucking alcohol that?
Oh, Sticky Monkey from Firestone Walker. He drank like more than half the bottle.
Whole thing. Yeah, because we all poured our
mixed with Niagara Brewing.
Oh, fuck.
Cream ale.
So he's fucked.
So the whole thing was, are we going to go to the Flying Saucer or not? And fucking Chris comes back with like 75 sausage muffins, and he's like, it was like, yeah,
there was a lot of them.
He bought like 20 of them or something.
And they had no egg in them, which was weird.
Well, I had none with eggs in them. You're remembering incorrectly. No, he brings them back at like 11, and we still had some more reviews we were doing. So we were eating them and everything. We had a couple left over, and of course the entire time Greg's sitting there going, I want to go to the Flying Saucer. I'm totally gonna go to Flying Saucer. And I'm like, all right, dude, we're not gonna go to the Flying Saucer. Number one, you fucking have consumed like 32 fucking sausage McMuffins at this point. Like, we don't need any Flying Saucer. And you're like, I'm not really hungry, but I kind of still just want to go to the flying saucer. I'm like, it's not happening.
It's
Like, just
tradition,
not
motherfucker.
well, I'm like, it's not happening. So Pops calls me and he's like, oh, are you guys, ready to get picked up or whatever? And I was like, probably about a half an hour. And then all of a sudden it changed because Dick's like, oh, I'm done or whatever. So whatever, mid-sentence.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean,
yeah, but yeah. So anyway, we were done. And so as I'm talking to him, I'm like, all right, never mind. Come pick us up 5-10 minutes. Just got to get whatever we got to get together, the beer down here. And I was like, Craig's talking about the flying saucer. And he's like, oh, is he? He's like, oh, what do you guys think? I'm like, I'm not really hungry or anything. He's like, all right, we'll come pick you up and see. Picks us up. As soon as we get in the car, Craig's like, oh, flying saucer. And my dad's like, yeah, we're going to go. I'm like, God damn it. Like, we don't need to go to flying saucer.
Did you
so we
seriously go?
Yeah, we went to the flying saucer.
Nick, Nick, I sent you a picture. Joe ordered a plate of bacon.
I ordered a plate of bacon.
Yeah, I remember this.
That's all I ordered. So we get the flying saucer. I ordered a plate of bacon because it's a fucking plate of bacon. I don't think you just plate of bacon.
Because it's Joe.
And of course, we had a server that tried to convince us that caffeine was in Canada Dry. And as I'm sitting there listening to the spiel about caffeine being in Canada Dry, I'm just sitting there going, no, it's not. There's no caffeine in Canada Dry. It's totally caffeine free.
Dry. I'm Canadian. I can fuck.
No, I'm not Canadian, and I know there's no caffeine in Canada Dry. Like, it's totally not in there. So, of course, my dad orders like some fucking omelet or something, and Greg's orders a Labatt Blue. For what reason? I don't know.
I just wanted a beer, and that's just what they had that sounded okay.
And I just look at him like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm ordering a Labatt Blue. And I'm like, I see this, but why? And he's like, why not? And I'm like, all right, that's kind of the spiel that Ewart had for me when he ordered a Kokanee when we went there years ago. So he orders that, and then
I was trying to be at Ewart.
Yeah, it's 12:30 in the morning. This motherfucker orders fish and chips, like an entire plate of fish and chips, and eats every single piece of everything, even though he had like fucking 3 sausage McMuffins. Yeah, so the entire time, him and Average Dad are having conversations that are very, dare I say, inappropriate. There are 2 very attractive females directly behind me, about a foot behind me, the one, the other one a couple feet behind me. And all Greg and Pops are doing, as loud as possible. My dad, because he can't hear and he's old. Greg, because he's drunk and he's loud. They're just going back about, oh, yeah, look at her tits. Oh, man, they're fucking huge. And they're just, like, but everyone can hear them. Like, everybody, including the women behind me. And they're, like, talking about the food on their plate. Like my dad's like, oh, she's ordering a steak and she's subbed. But Greg's like, oh, yeah, she has this. And I'm like, why are you guys doing this right now? So I made the mistake of telling Greg, I'm like, Greg, you need to talk a little lower because you're super loud. What did Greg do? Like any 7-year-old child, he talks extremely loud, like way more loud than he was before. And I'm like, I regret everything. So all it was like a 45-minute conversation between my dad and Greg about the women behind us, about women in general, about everything that I didn't want to be there. It was fantastic, though. It was great. I wish we could have recorded it because you could have saw how ridiculous they were. But yeah.
Oh my god.
Good to see how Joe was like just cowering in the corner, like, oh.
I'm just hoping you guys would.
Vagina.
I kept thinking, my dad looks like. Could you stop egging him on? Could you just take the conversation? And no, he could not. He just could not.
Listen, Joe. He
was on Pie Patrol there apparently too. Pie Patrol.
Joe, I want to spend more time with your dad because your dad is a great man.
Oh, he's awesome. But when it's you and when you and Paul are get together with Pops, things sparks fly, but not in the direction that everyone would assume. It
right in the facial region.
No, not even close. In other regions. Yeah,
in other regions.
I'll put the estimated amount of females that you have insulted this weekend, either by accident or on purpose, probably in the 40 to 50 range, based on what I've seen. So.
I would put the estimated females that would want to sleep with me because I charm them in the maybe 2 to 3 range, and that's more than enough.
I think you should keep it at 1.
To be fair, that's pretty good. That's pretty good odds, though. Yeah, I will say.
Yeah, baby.
Man, you really got lucky with Gagnus. Never let her go.
Did you say Gagnus?
I feel as though
Agnes will now be known as Gag.
I feel like Nick and Agnes had a very private conversation that we're not privy to.
It's half Agnes, half ball gag.
Jesus wow! Christ. I'm gonna have to let her know that knows tripod that said it.
See, I'm really happy, Nick, that you didn't walk that back right there. You just made it worse.
Yep.
Gagness.
Too much hanging around Greg. Like some berries.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like Greg kind of like insidiously kind of perverted Nick even
I am
more.
being corrupted by Greg the more we talk on
Hey,
chats like this.
Aga, you're now known as Gagness. Oh, she heard, because apparently I'm loud.
God
Oh,
damn.
because apparently you're
really,
loud.
really
Hi,
loud.
Agnes.
Go figure.
Hi, Gagness.
She
See,
can't hear you. I have headphones on, but I'll say.
Uh,
Chris also says hi and that he wishes he had sex with you, but he didn't. Oh, apparently he got a blowjob from you.
Yep.
Or apparently
that
she
happened.
gave you a blowjob. I heard. So, oh, good.
I personally just want to apologize for all these assholes on this fucking chat because it's kind of my responsibility for hosting it. So,
Hey, I'm trying to be a nice person here, and all Nick and Greg are doing is bringing this entire chat down right now.
see, I'm not
Well,
including
here,
on
do
the.
you
I'm not
want me to
including
tell
on
it-
the assholes.
Do you want me to tell a non-sexual story about the trip?
I don't
No,
think you can. I don't think you can.
Okay.
I don't think.
Hey, do you actually have one, Nick? What the fuck?
Well, it was like from the morning out, like on the topic of the flying saucer, we actually
I got a
decided not to
morning
go to the.
I like
Yes.
how you said the morning after
Fuck.
almost there.
Oh yeah, you drag it right back down by mentioning penis, there, Greg.
I didn't mention penis. I mentioned morning wood. Like literally, like you're in the woods cutting down wood. What'd you think I
All
was
right,
talking
all
about,
right,
Nick?
all right, Nick. Tell your story about whatever's non-sexual, even though I
Okay.
don't believe you.
You know, it's not even funny anymore, really.
It doesn't need to be funny.
We've-
Just tell
we've
us a
already-
story.
We've already put it over the top with like penile and sexual innuendo here that it's really kind of nobody's going to laugh at this.
Nick,
It's
don't
one
be
of your
sexy.
stories, Nick. We already knew it wasn't going to be funny. Just
All right,
continue.
it's good. You know, yeah.
That's true. Nick is kind of.
Oh, we didn't go to the Flying Saucer this year because it sucks because they only hire felons now apparently.
Mhm.
Hey,
At least that's
Guess
what
what?
Ted
Whatever felon made my plate of bacon, kudos to them.
yeah.
Well, all right then.
Whatever flour
Well-
made my fish and chips was okay.
Honestly,
Well, this is
you
more of
say
a-
whatever about that, but it was still good to eat there. Like everything was still tasty. I don't care if they dragged it across the floor or not. I couldn't tell.
Oh, their fish and
This is
chips
more-
was amazing. Sorry, Nick. Go ahead.
This is more of a sports reference, like Joe will get it, nobody else. But what happened was is that we decided to go across town to a place called Blue Line, which is Marcel Dion's bar, I guess.
Yeah.
And we had breakfast there. When I was wearing my Habs hat because I was covering up my hat hair from the previous day, and they served us coffee, and they had coffee mugs that were like different sports teams on them, and they handed me my coffee in a Nashville Predators mug.
Which is fantastic. Absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there drinking my like this. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Is this a Subhead dig?
It totally is.
Oh, totally
Oh,
was.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it totally was. But
Marcel Dion's is fantastic.
the server walks by. He's like, "Aren't you glad I didn't serve it to you in a Rangers mug?" And I held up the mug to her. I'm like, "You served it to me in a Nashville Predators mug." And she's like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." I'm like, "Yeah, don't worry." I
No,
find it
she's not.
hilarious."
She's laughing on her breath like, fucking
Oh,
take that,
she's
you piece of
totally
shit.
It's all right. I find it hilarious. You know,
I hope you probably shit in your coffee too.
Also, during the
No.
week, I took Nick over to a place called Iggy's in.
Oh yeah,
Farm
yeah,
Hill.
yeah. And we get stuck behind a bridge.
Apparently, Iggy's is the largest craft beer selection of any bar in the Niagara region.
So they have like 3 craft beers.
Yeah.
They have
Yep.
29.
29.
Beers
Wow,
outside.
that's a
Wow.
lot.
God.
And by
It's
a
a lot.
lot,
It is
I mean not really.
That's
But
more.
Yeah, you're just shaming Joe here right now. Joe's just like, wow.
yeah, my local bar down the
Okay,
street that like probably felons hang out with have like
Don't
40
look.
craft beers. It's
Don't listen.
fantastic.
And we-
Jesus, Joe,
Don't
way to
listen.
show off.
the food was fantastic. The beers were good. The fucking cider. Chad and I reviewed flights of ciders, and one was really, really, really good. And I kind of want to go back and
Do
get
you
it.
remember the name of
I
it?
don't know.
Nope.
No, but I'll check my Untapped.
If you don't, then it wasn't that good.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's just that's how that works.
All right. Anyway, the food was fantastic. I totally recommend it, Joe. If you ever been to Iggy's, you should go. We'll go.
No,
one day.
Chad has mentioned it plenty of
I
times in the past.
I thought those nachos were epic, but I didn't even finish my. I didn't even take my leftovers home. I forgot.
Well, who orders a huge plate of nachos for an appetizer?
I didn't
a
think
lot.
it'd be fucking huge. I didn't expect them to be that big.
They were delicious.
Nick, where
And
did
the
you settle
fucking
down?
jalapenos-
Where did you settle
The
down a little bit?
jalapenos were fresh grown on their farm. On the
Jalapenos?
owner.
Are they
Yeah, the
solid?
jalapenos.
Really? They said they
Oh,
grew their jalapenos themselves?
Wait, they
Yeah,
grown?
they're
They're
all
growing
grown there.
themselves? I would question what's happening right now. Just a little bit of a question.
Great, Joe. I'm gonna need to ask you to settle down.
Well, you're gonna not get that at all. All right. I'm gonna get more out of control, Nick.
So we had some dill pickle chips. They were
So
delicious.
you're gonna have to be kicked into the festival like Greg.
Greg would be lucky if
Come
he's
on,
allowed
you
back
think-
in. If the same AGCO guy is there next year, he's going to be. He'll look for Greg now.
I'd be
Get
like,
this guy.
Don't look for Greg. You completely trashed.
where's the
'Cause
guy
Greg will
where?
probably be there and completely trashed.
Where's the
Where's
guy
the
that
guy-
works at Albino Rhino shirts?
Where's
It's
the
not
guy
like
who
Greg.
looks
It's
like
not
he's
like
falling
Greg
asleep?
well, there he is. It's not like Greg to be offended. So you must have got disconnected somehow.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't offended. I probably didn't hear what you said though.
There you go. Something about the AGCO guy getting kicked out of the festival.
Well, he didn't kick me out, so I'm not offended.
There you
No,
go.
but his neck-
He wanted to though.
Yeah, Chad wanted to get kicked out, or the
was-
AGCO guy wanted to get kicked out.
Hey, all I'm hearing is the AGCO tried to get Chad to kick me out, and Chad's like, no. I love this guy. He's a fantastic human being. I'm going to let him stay here. So thank you, Chad. I love you too.
I don't
He's a
think he said
fantastic
any of
human
those
being.
things.
Watch the guy flex his pecs.
One of those things is true,
Yeah,
and the only
no,
thing that's
yeah,
true is that
I-
the AGCO guy wanted you kicked out. That was it.
I think you're assuming a lot of things here, Greg. I don't think he said any of those things. I think he was just more like, I don't want the fucking hassle. We got an hour left. I'm just gonna let him get drunker, and we're gonna end the festival. I think that was pretty much the.
I don't want him pulling. I don't want him pulling his dick out in front of the flying squirrel guy.
So
Well,
just
no,
not just not in front of someone. You're okay with just in general, though, him doing it.
All right, so the end. The name of the cider was Palmy's Ciders.
Well, I will say the flying squirrel guy probably should get used to having dicks put out in front of him because he takes it up the ass every year during the festival because he can't do nothing.
Whoa!
Shots fired.
Because he's a fucking
Jeez, what is
pussy.
what is happening over there, Greg? Is there some street racing going on? Legal
No,
street
no,
racing?
no. What it is? It's a guy. It's a guy with an Infiniti G35 who is not particularly of a fast car, but he wants people to think he's a fast car, so he has a really loud exhaust.
No, it's Vin Diesel and Dwayne The Rock Johnson, man. They're going at it. Fast and the Furious Toronto Drift. That's what it is.
No,
Fast and the
more,
Furious,
no,
eh?
Toronto. It's more like, hey, I bought this really old used car that's not that fast, but I'm gonna put a loud exhaust on it to make you think it's fast. That's
Hey hoser!
typically-
Hey hoser!
that's
You want
typically a
to
Toronto thing.
Hey hoser! What'd you get in your car? Hey, we'll go for we'll get some Labatt Blue.
Oh my
We'll go
god!
race, eh?
I bet you a whole case of Labatt Blue, eh? Then I'll beat you with my car,
Oh,
you hoser.
oh man!
Let-
Whoa.
Listen, I'll tell you a
Sorry.
funny story, okay? It's not that funny,
While
but
I,
I find,
while I
I
take my
find it
dick
funny.
out.
No, I was at Bay and Bloor, which I know none of you guys know what it is, but whatever. It's an intersection in Toronto, and then I was walking from Bay and Avenue Road, which is about, I don't know, half a kilometer, not a huge walk. However, there was a guy in a Camaro there, a V8 Camaro, very nice car, and I started out the intersection walking, and he was driving. And due to Toronto traffic, because Toronto traffic is wonderful, I beat him using my legs. I got to the end of the intersection. I got across that block much faster than he did, and it wasn't even a race. He was like halfway through, and I managed to walk. So that's the secret. You want the fastest car in Toronto? Walk.
That's
Cool story, bro.
I love the silent.
right, yeah, it's basically a cool story, bro.
Cool story, bro.
Yo, cool story, man.
Actually,
Yeah,
one
man,
of
I'll
the
tell
cool
you what,
stories.
man, that's cool.
I'll tell you a cool story.
Basically,
I'm having a
it's just a
fucking-
warning. Don't expect to go anywhere fast in Toronto if you're
God damn it.
driving.
That's
I'll tell
why-
you a cool story. I'm in a fucking
why
beer
Dick
gas.
can
I'm
go.
drinking this Trailway. Oh,
And that would have been nice if you left some of that for me.
yeah.
Asshole.
Well, I brought you as good a beer as you brought me.
Yeah,
Oh, did you?
well there.
Did you bring that?
Did we
did you
even
bring me
did
that
we even
Hougly
drink a
beer?
Trailway when we were there? I don't think we did.
Yes,
We
did.
drank one Trailway,
We
and if
dra-
Nick
we-
had posted a review, it would be there.
We drank D under.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dunder.
you drank the Dunder.
Dunder.
No, it's D under.
Yeah, the
That
Dunder
wasn't-
wasn't as
that wa-
good.
It wasn't all that good.
No, I
Like,
enjoyed it. It
thanks-
wasn't amazing or anything, but it was
Yeah.
very tasty.
Like, I mean, Trailway's got some great
It was
beers. They got some so-so beers. I don't think they got anything really bad.
It was terrible.
It's a shame nobody brought any double tempest because that would have totally stole the show.
Yeah, it would have.
I just
It
can't
almost
believe
took-
like you had all these. Well, and by all I mean a couple solid beers you're gonna bring, very good beers, amazing beers, borderline amazing, and then you show up fucking 4 growlers of Niagara Brewing Company, and then we drank them all and reviewed all but one of them. Meanwhile, the potential awesome Trailway beers and
Yeah.
I don't know barrel aged Old Rasputin, barrel aged S'mores beer, all just sitting there while we drink the shitty Niagara Brewing Company beers. What a terrible idea!
I told you on more
Hey.
fucking occasion, Joe,
I give that-
to
I
open
give
that
that-
good aura.
Listen, we could have all gone.
I'm
to
gonna
the
open it.
hotel
I'm gonna
room
open
and
it.
drank
I
the rest
got
of the beers, but you guys are fucking pussies.
No,
That were
I
like,
drink
oh
this
no,
stuff
I gotta
fresh.
get up early the next day.
You might want to drink that stuff fresh anyway. Open a
I'm
good
going to.
aura right now, right fucking now, Joe.
Nick, you don't tell me. Nick, number one,
Greg.
settle down.
Settle
Greg,
down,
Joe.
Nick, settle down. Nick, settle down.
Joe.
What?
Settle down with a good aura.
I can't. It's a possible.
I'm having this Cohiba Siglo 1 with some Lafroig 10, and I will say it is an excellent combination.
So what beers did you bring home? Did you bring everything that I? You said you brought everything that I brought for you, right, Nick? Outside the Resurgence Imperial Milk, Sponge Candy Milk Stout, I believe the big bottle. You said you left it.
Chad
Well,
has that now.
You know what? I will tell you exactly what I brought home after I have a piss. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. Why
Yeah,
does
so,
Chad why didn't
Chad-
you guys
Chad has
review
it.
it?
Nick's a
Chad-
monster.
Nick didn't want to have. Nick didn't want to have it right when we came home after going to Iggy's or whatever, and then that was the last time I was seeing them, and I was like, and then Chad was like, he wanted to go to bed, so I said okay, and then he looked at that bottle and he goes, because I was taking a whole bunch of his stuff, and then he goes, I would really like to try that. I said, you know what, you can have it. You hosted us, you can have.
How about that and also that soft serve Muteka or whatever. Gun Hill. I think you also left that, right?
Yeah, is it there? I don't know if it's there or if
It should be there. I don't think Nick didn't take it. You didn't take it. I don't care. I just want to make sure you guys took what I brought specifically for you and you didn't get fucked.
I gave that one to Chad, which is fine, but I will try that again. You can't get that sponge cake one, can you? Or is that what
Not that one, no. I mean, you might find one or two laying around somewhere in Western New York, but like that was a one-off. That was a one-off for Valentine's Day. They did like they do their
Valentine's, Joe?
Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Have you
I
gotten
need a
drunk
beer,
off
probably.
Coke yet?
Yeah, I'm drinking rum and Coke there. No, not.
Oh, good for you, Joe.
They do
I'll be
an
switching
imperial.
to 40.
They do an imperial sponge candy stout, Chris, like
Yep.
just an imperial one. That was the imperial milk sponge candy. They put just lactose in. That was the only difference. Not a huge deal, but
That's why Nick didn't want to try it because he wasn't
Probably.
feeling good after Iggy's. It was like, and we drank a few more stuff after that, and then he was like, you know what, I don't want to do the milk. I'm like, okay, I don't blame you.
what a pussy.
I've had the Imperial Sponge Candy. It sounds better than it is.
It's good. Greg's pal's stupid. He likes everything that we don't, and he hates everything that we love. Just how it is.
That makes my palate really solid.
Really salty. Gozas.
Ugh.
I
I've
don't
come to
care
the
for the
conclusion I do
gozas.
not like IPAs right now. Anyway,
No, you don't. I was surprised how much you like the key lime, Westport key lime Goza, Chris.
that
Did
was
you-
awesome. That was fucking dynamite. Thank you. It was all key lime. It was all lime. It was great. I really enjoyed it. It was like having a fucking margarita in a can. That's what that was.
Kind of was, yeah.
With
Yeah, I thoroughly
extreme-
enjoyed it.
It wasn't that good.
Joe's,
When it comes
Joe's
to
point.
Greg,
Joe's point.
whenever I go to buy stuff for Greg, it's usually shit that I'm not impressed with. Greg will love, and then stuff that I love, I know Greg will be less than impressed. So whenever I find something really good, I just never save it for him because I know he's gonna hate it. So
Yeah, Joe. Joe, I guess you must hate Bourbon County then, eh? and you must
I hate it.
KBS
It's
too.
gross. Gross.
Yeah.
Get that disgusting shit away from me.
Mostly when it comes to sours and IPAs, that's the difference that we have.
I love
palates.
IPAs. I don't care for sours all that much.
Well, no, I mean you like the West Coast style IPAs, and I'm more of the like New England East Coast style, more of the juicy dank. You
That's
like
true.
the piney citrus.
Yeah, you
That's
like that.
true.
Thing. Yeah.
I do, and you like the sours, and I don't care for the sours.
Well, I like more of the fruit sours, like where you take some fruit and you get the sourness from the fruit as opposed to like from the yeast where it's all funky and weird.
Like the
I don't
wheat beer.
mind. I don't mind a beer that has a good funk to it, but in general speaking, I don't care for sours all that much.
Buck and 5, enjoying your time on Jobber Radio there, Lee. Indeed, I am.
Yes, I am.
That's what the podcast that Matt Zion has.
Yeah, but he's got a music show now. No,
Well, no, it's not Matt Zion's podcast.
It's
a
not
friend of
his?
Matt Zion's. No, he invited me onto it. So,
I gotcha. That makes sense.
and yes, you're right, Greg. I do have a music podcast as well. No.
So,
I think I
how many
am.
podcasts are you in?
I am. Let's see. There's my regular one. They must be destroyed on sight. There's the sub podcast to that, Blood on the Tracks, which is all about movie and film soundtracks.
I like
I
Blood on
do-
the Tracks. I like to
Thank you.
fall asleep to it, and I
Thank you.
don't mean that as an insult. It's actually quite soothing.
No, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm also on Jobber Radio, which is a wrestling podcast, and then I am also on City of the Dead, which is a horror podcast that focuses on Amicus horror films from the.
That's the one
1960s.
with the British guy, right?
And
Right.
The occasional BDU. And,
The occasional what?
Hougly Live.
BDU or Hougly Live.
Well, yeah, I guess BDU is technically a podcast as well. So
That just doesn't get released via podcast like memes.
yeah,
Which
it's just on.
I wish they should. I don't understand why he doesn't record them and release them.
Because
So we
I don't
just-
know if you know this, but most of them are absolutely horrific.
Yeah, they're kind of dog shit.
Except for
I
when
mean-
Greg goes off. Then it's pretty funny.
I mean, if you think of like the
I never go off.
like an actual podcast has structure, talking points,
They
things
have
that
topic-
people.
they have an
BDU
actual
has fucking
itinerary.
Ontario beer news, and then Greg being Greg,
The Ontario Greg News.
Yeah,
and then Paul being Paul, and then Lee some days being very angry and hating everyone and just shitting out like a 5-minute spiel, just shitting out everyone. I mean,
some days.
fun. I thoroughly enjoy it, but I don't know if anyone out there in podcast land would be like, "Yo, well, listen to this."
well, they seem to like me shitting on people when I do the wrestling podcast, so it seems to work.
That's the best part about it.
All
You're not
right.
shitting on someone.
Do you want to see what beers
Hey,
I
you.
brought home, Joe?
No, I was just curious if you brought everything home, and I think you said you did, so I was just making sure you did.
Well, I got the off-color coffee Dino Stores.
Yeah, that should be interesting.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
never
actually
had
kinda
that one
excited.
either. I've had the regular one.
Oh, really? I showed that to Sith tonight. I didn't have it over there, but I showed a picture of it to him, and he's kind of excited about it. I think him and
Yeah,
his
I'd
wife
probably
wanna
get to
try it.
that sooner or later because the coffee. I know you're not the best at
Oh
that.
yeah. Yeah. I also got the unfiltered Sculpin. I'll probably drink that myself.
Yeah, that's pretty fresh. So.
The
I think
KBS.
I may have had that one.
The KBS. Now you wouldn't be upset if I drank this. I was gonna drink it with friends, but you wouldn't be upset if I didn't review it, right?
I don't care. Do whatever the hell you want with all of those.
All right.
I mean, you don't have to ask my like I gave them to you. You do
It's not-
whatever.
It's not like we're going to see them within the next 2 years anyway.
I want you. Listen,
Yeah, I know.
Nick, I will say this from a friend perspective, but also personal perspective, is that I want you to drink those beers at the high point of when you should drink them so you enjoy them more. Because like the Imperial Stout from Founders you sat on and like the Breakfast Stout, a lot of those beers didn't end up being as good just because of age. You know, the coffee faded in the Breakfast Stout. The Founders Imperial got a little bit, I think you guys mentioned soy saucy and kind of, I mean, some of these beers will really age well, but some of them, you know, you wait 3, 4, 5 years,
may not,
they might be shit, and you don't know. You're better off just
Like, I'm
drinking.
willing to bet
I
that
would-
unfiltered
I-
Sculpin's not going to age.
No, that's. I
would
mean,
say
it is
from
if you
my
want to drink like a
experience-
barley wine.
From my
Well, I got-
experience with KBS, if you want the coffee flavor, drink it relatively fresh because it goes away.
Yeah, that's how it is with
Yeah,
most coffee beers, right?
Anyway, there's the 1050.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. That's already
I-
aged. Look at the age of it already. It's already aged because they release it once a year.
See what you need to do
wow.
with that. What you need to do with that, Nick, is you need to really not sit on that. You really need to send that to me in the mail. That's what you need.
No,
If I
I've been wanting to try 1050. I think ever since I saw your first review, Lee.
and,
Yeah,
and
well,
here's
and look how
That was
much I
years
enjoyed
ago.
it. You should probably just send it to me so I can enjoy it again.
Yeah, sure.
and here's the thing, Nick. You'll get to see how much that stacks up to the barrel age version we have to see if what you agree with the rest of us is how good it is as a base beer. Yeah, that's
And that.
That's
What's the?
Yeah, that-
Oh,
That's the
is that
the
a
rye-
Goza?
No, it's a rye IPA, and it's pretty fresh too, isn't it? Like bottle like or canned on the 12th, 13th.
Yeah,
on the
I
bottom.
looked at the 18th. I looked
Oh,
at
wow.
the bottom of the can. I'm like, oh my fuck, Joe. Where'd you get this at?
That's
Yeah,
a
just-
that's a drain pour.
My bad
Yeah,
on
right.
the fat tire. I didn't look at the number one. It doesn't matter about freshness on fat tire because it's fucking fat tire.
The
But
fat tire I drank with Chris at the at Chad's place the night before I left.
What you said about is exactly what most people think about. It's a nice amber, but it's just a fucking amber. It's whatever, right?
Yeah.
It's drinkable, it's solid, it's tasty, but
It was cool
Not
to finally
flipping
try
your
something
shit.
that I've heard people talk about, but it wasn't like special.
and let me tell
Like,
you,
as
I
far
had it.
as-
I had it a couple weeks old when it first showed up here because we just started getting New Belgium late last year, and
Yeah.
it was the exact same thing. It's like that beer doesn't
We get that in
matter too
Michigan
much
all
on
the time.
freshness, but it is my bad that I didn't look at the bottle because I didn't think it mattered, but I also didn't think it would be out of date. So
And this survived the trip home with me.
nice.
This is the one that I brought up, but nobody drank. Even
There's
though
a lot of those.
even though I wanted to review this one, we ended up reviewing Niagara Brewing Company stuff.
Yeah, basically Greg
Well-
ruined the entire share. That's all on Greg.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
It's all Greg's
holy,
fault.
holy fuck! If you guys had bothered to pour it, you think I wouldn't have drank it?
Yeah,
Well,
so this is what we got to
couldn't
do
afford
next
it.
time.
We couldn't have poured it because otherwise you would have poured Niagara into it.
Yeah, next time.
Not only that, there was a couple of reviews where we started recording and you started pouring Niagara beers in your
Yeah, people actually
glass
went.
first.
They would there was 2 times Nick went and rinsed his glass, put it down the table, and Greg would just pull out one of the fucking growlers for Niagara Brewing Company and fill up his glass again. And Nick would start getting his fucking camera ready, and he comes back over, and we're like, "You have to go dump it again and rinse out your glass because Greg just poured the entire fucking thing."
So
I
what,
think it was
what
one
I'm
time where I
basically
said,
hearing,
fuck it, let's review it anyway.
what I'm
did.
basically hearing is that a whole lot of pussies got a whole lot of sand in them.
What I'm hearing is you
Could
brought
be-
shit
could be
beer. Absolutely. I can't believe you would stoop to such levels. That's worse than anything I could have possibly imagined from you.
Here's one from Glyzak.
Joe, you've got a pretty shitty imagination.
Yeah, I do try.
I do.
Obviously, I haven't tried that yet.
I haven't tried it yet. But I think I might review this. President's Choice Radler.
Choice Radler. Holy shit.
I was
I know.
surprised at how much I didn't hate the Moose Light watermelon
remember-
Radler. I didn't think that was
remember,
terrible.
Just remember, it's NA. Okay, there's no booze in that, so don't get drunk.
Are you serious? That's non-alcoholic?
Oh, he's pissed now. You shouldn't have told him that. Nick's upset.
Oh shit!
Yeah, you're right. It's non-alcoholic.
Nick, we're gonna need you to settle down. We're gonna need you to
Wow, I didn't know that.
settle down.
So basically it's carbonated fruit
Oh,
juice.
Nick's like a fucking
No, it's
fucking
lemonade.
monkey jumping on the
Carbonated
table now.
lemonade.
Yeah,
I'll have to
he's,
set that
he's
aside.
upset.
At some point during maybe next week, because not this week, but then maybe next week, I might go over to Jesse's for like some back deck reviews after work or something. Just because there's
Yeah,
a couple of beers I want to get out of the way.
Is
Yeah, bring the
that the
KBS,
fun-
bring the coffee, Dino S'mores, bring some of that shit.
The KBS I think will wait because that'll probably stay good for a bit. But the other ones I've got here, like I got Bellwood's Runes.
Oh yeah,
I
yep.
want to get to that. That's the Citra Mosaic version.
Oh yeah, you should get on that.
Nick,
I have
do
that
they have
too.
did they have any Lost River Baltic Porter where you were?
Well, no, I didn't see that.
No, based on his picture, they didn't have it.
They had like 3 kinds of monogamy, and the farm. Actually, the other one I got was
Farmhouse Classic.
Farmageddon.
Greg doesn't know what
Farmageddon.
monogamy means. Greg does
I
not
love the
know.
logo on that. I'm a big fan of War of the Worlds. That is a fucking awesome logo.
You know what's really good was the
Farmageddon
cherry
you may
one.
enjoy.
The cherry Farmageddon was fantastic. I remember liking that quite a bit.
What's so special
The,
about this one?
the,
It's
cher-
just,
the cherry one's definitely better. Nick,
December
if you get a
2016
chance,
batch.
look up on the Bellwoods website. Look up what their Farmhouse Classic looks like, and it's basically that farm all happy and shit like that. And then Farmageddon is the War of the Worlds destroying it.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, Bellwoods has
actually
awesome
cool.
fucking labels.
I tried the Farmhouse Classic when I was there. It was not bad. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
I mean,
Bellwoods.
I'm not a big fan of ruins, so therefore, I mean, you may love the ruins because obviously I've
Oh
got
my
an
God.
awful palate. But
I tried a taste of runes, and then I'm like, I have to take a chance of taking this home because this was amazing.
Well,
there's two different ruins though.
Here's the thing about
Yeah,
Greg.
there was
Yeah,
this
there's
one, and I can't remember the other one. It was something to do with it was Citra. Was it a Citra? Or was
no,
it
that's
Mosaic?
Mosaic and Citra, and the other one was Galaxy and something else.
Yeah, Galaxy
I have both of them
something
in my
else.
fridge right now too.
Galaxy.
I got to get
was
them.
it El Dorado or what?
It was fucking. I know.
I thought they were both mediocre, but I'll be curious to hear what you think of them.
Well, here's the thing. This is the thing. It was Galaxy and Enigma. The thing about Greg is Greg does not like the Trailway, the New England style IPAs as much as he does like the classic IPAs. So
That's true, I don't.
that's why he's not a huge fan of like those beers and like the newer Jutsus and stuff. Though
I just dropped the.
Jesus Christ, Nick!
Look, it's
Man,
got a
get
smile.
your
Look
life-
at
Settle down.
that, it's got a
Get your
smile.
life together.
That carbonated lemonade is not going to do anything. Yeah.
Okay. All right. What else have I got here? I got the Love Fuzz.
Oh,
Did you
Fix
go to
that. That
Black?
was Black.
Did you go to Black Oak?
No, Chad gave that to me.
yeah. You should never go to Black Oak. By the way, never.
Well,
Uh,
Black Oak, honestly,
that-
Black Oak doesn't have much to their brewery.
Got Great Lakes Harry Porter.
That was probably a bad.
Is that just-
I don't think it's a very good porter personally. But
Is that the base? Just the base one? I don't think I've ever had the base one.
It was the base one.
Yeah,
I'd love to
it's
try,
honestly
like,
not very
the
good. That's why they
curiously-
make so many. That's why
I'd
they
like
make
to
so
try
many
the curiously
variants of
spicy
it.
vanilla bean or whatever it was. Bench.
They've got some
something.
good,
Bench farmhouse.
They made a curiously. They made one with coffee not too long ago that I think was coffee and it had pepper in it, and basically it was like a light version of Prairie Bomb. It was really good. Not as good as Prairie Bomb, obviously, but it was still really good.
I'll be curious what you see about the birthday bomb, Greg, because they had caramel sauce in that one. I think that's the only difference. I don't know what the fuck that's really going to do.
Look for it, Joe. That's my Friday night beer, so I've got it in the
watch
fridge,
out.
and I'm waiting for it.
And
Watch
here's a couple. Here's a couple I got from Chad. There's Lake Wilcox, Mad Quacker, and Black Hops.
Hey, you think you brought enough beer with you this year, Nick, or what? Or brought
Did I
home?
bring enough up or brought home? Yeah, I think I brought quite a bit home. I got.
I think the selection's a bit better than you typically bring back too.
Yeah. Well, this year I don't know how I did it, but I managed to bring home 14 beers in my suitcase.
That's pretty fucking solid.
Well, this year you didn't have the evil Guy who wouldn't drive to Toronto and take you there.
Yeah, really.
What beer are you drinking right now, Nick? Because that was that Trailway. Because that looks super fire.
Look at it.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was saying that's
That's
cool.
the Trailway Ellipse. Oh my god, it's so good. It's just like
And what is
coffee
it? What is
orange
it though?
juice.
What's it
It's an
supposed to be?
It's an American IPA.
Okay,
It just says American IPA.
yeah, it's a New England style. That's solid.
The tasting notes say orange, dank, and fruit, and I believe it. It's
Dank. When the
Dank.
flavor says dank,
I got-
you know, it's dank.
Well, dank's
It's
kind of
dank.
like
I
musty and muted.
I kind of wish I had my old shift job.
But
'cause
what
it was
it
so
is,
much
it's
fun
like-
going with you guys and getting shit-faced in like 12 in the afternoon.
It's solid orange candy. It's just like it's fucking delicious.
Oh, whoa! You're gonna have to send one of those.
Whoa! Settle down.
You have to send one to Gee now. You can't say one to Candy and not send one to Gee.
What the
Now you're
orange?
just, yeah, you just said it tastes like orange candies. Like you can't. How can you not send that to
Oh,
Gee
what?
at some point?
What is you like that kind of thing?
Are you fucking kidding me right now, Nick?
What the fuck?
Okay,
Have
well,
you
you know what?
have you
Have
ever
you-
watched?
have you met
If
Gee?
he likes that kind of thing, maybe I'll grab one of these for a beer meal for him or
Nick.
something.
Nick, have you ever watched a Gee review?
I try not to.
He
Oh my
tastes orange
God.
candy and everything.
So, in terms of tasting notes, Gee has orange candies at like 1, 1A, 1B, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Then there's carrots and barley wines, and then there's more orange candies. That is Gee in a nutshell.
Yeah, this is one of his reviews. Okay,
This sounds like a
he'll-
beer that. Sounds like a beer that Guy's gonna have to take a syringe up and shoot up his anus.
Now here,
It's,
Jesus. Here's the thing. Gee will be
Nick, why
reviewing
is
a
everything
beer.
anus with you, buddy?
Yeah, goddamn. Gee will be reviewing a beer, and here's what his review will consist of. He'll start drinking it, and he'll go, orange candy.
you gotta
Dead.
say with the French
Did-
accent, you racist.
No, he'll say dead Star Wars hooker, Doctor Who flame.
Walking through forest, pine tree hit me in head. Like that.
Pine tree hit me in head.
Speeder
Lick dirty floor cleaned by Lysol, and then
Tastes
that'll
like
be-
Radar's anus.
yeah, that'll be his review.
Aw. Tastes like Pascal's anus. And be honest, yes,
Oh,
but I
gross.
haven't picked up on the RCA card.
Gross.
I will say, while I was there in that hotel room with both of them, there was no anus licking involved.
Oh, I know. I know it's all a joke. It's so disappointing. No,
That's a story Nick or Lee wants us to believe. Oh no, what Chris Lee?
here's a beer that I picked up today at the NB liquor store. I finally got a chance to go down there after my trip. And
Is that the Goza,
they got
baby?
some new. Yeah, it's the 12 Musketeer Goza.
We get that here, baby. With a dual review, Dick. Dual review. Let's do the dual review.
Joe, if you want to do a dual review, sure.
That would be terrible. We just make fun of Greg the entire time.
Yeah, we'll make fun of Greg the entire time because he likes salty piss. Fine, I'll save that. I'll save that Goza for we'll do a dual review.
I'll have to see if I can.
Drink.
It definitely is available here. I've seen it multiple times. So
Yeah, well, let me know. I was
will.
about to drink it.
Drink it up, man. Whatever. We don't have to do a dual review. I just ruin your channel anyway.
Well, here's another one I just got here. This is one I'm excited about.
I'm making a Goza right now.
Collective Arts. Are you?
I can hear it too.
Gross.
9 more.
This is Collective Arts IPA #1 with Nelson Sauvin.
Simcoe and Citra, yeah.
So excited, Nelson Sauvin. I love him.
You know what's crazy is we get down here now. They just released their, or they just did their release party in Buffalo a couple weeks ago. So we get a lot of Collective Art shit now.
Oh, cool.
Which is cool because I like quite a bit of their stuff.
So cool.
And their labels are pretty sweet. Labels are pretty sweet.
You're the man, cool guy.
You really made the big time.
We have 2 people watching.
I love how Rod J and who was that guy that was with you three?
Drunken one? I don't know who Drunken. That was the first time I ever met Drunken one.
That guy had a big boner for you.
This is one.
Your own channel.
This is one I just picked up that I'm going to probably drink next.
Oh, Nick's not done yet. Okay, sorry.
It's
the thing about
Picaroon's new Imperial IPA.
Hey,
And
Stop zooming in.
Can you put it closer to the camera? Thanks. Perfect.
It's Picaroon's new Imperial IPA, and apparently it was bottled on.
There we go. It zoomed in.
Date?
It's finally zoomed in. Face
Yeah.
that way.
It was bottled on last Wednesday, so it's a week
Yeah, I
old.
see it. Yeah, nice. I would sit on that for about 4 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't sit.
Let it turn into a barley wine.
I would not sit on one Picaroon's beer at all for 4 months.
God.
Come on, you wouldn't get a thing. You don't like vinegar?
Like they're making
Oh, we
beer.
drank a Dark Horse beer, Lee. We drank one.
We actually drank a Dark Horse beer, and we liked it.
And it was fucking really good. It didn't taste like
We
vinegar. I paid about
have aged
$3
those
for the
growlers.
bottle, not $23 for the bottle. It was a beer with sarsaparilla root and vanilla beans. We did not get any of the sarsaparilla. Like it didn't have any like root beer qualities or anything like that.
Right.
But it was still really fucking good. It
Oh,
was
cool.
a 8.5% imperial stout. It was tasty. So they kind of slightly made up for Dark of the what is it, Dark of the Forest, or what is it?
King of the Woods, King
Was
of
that
the Forest.
King of the
whatever.
Woods? King of the
King of the
Forest.
Forest.
I can't even remember.
Plead the
They're so
Fifth,
terrible, I don't
Plead
want to
the
remember.
Fifth. It was the
Yeah.
sour Plead the Fifth or something that we had. It was
And then I brought the Sour Plea the 5th the next year, which was slightly better than the King of the Forest.
slightly better, but still like vinegar.
Yeah, but it was
Yeah,
they actually
off.
meant to sour that beer, unlike
Sure
the
they
King of
did.
the Forest. No, they actually did. They tried to make a sour Plead the 5th, and they succeeded, but I think they didn't do a great job because it didn't really have many qualities of the Plead the 5th Imperial Stout. So
Let me tell you about the Monarch of the Forest. It tastes really, really bad, baby. It
Cash
was
me
really
inside. How about that?
they suckered everyone
like-
into $15 bottles, baby.
It's like licking the sides of Ric Flair's face, baby. It's terrible. It's all sweaty and salty, and it's terrible.
That's disgusting, baby. Gross.
Sour. When I'm
Salty
wrestling
gopher,
with
baby.
Flair in the ring, I often tasted his sweat. Inadvertently,
God,
baby.
that's
And then
so
it
good.
went right in my mouth.
Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
That may be, it may
So
not be
gross.
as good as Green Island, but that is so good. That Phillips. Wow.
Yeah, dude. Trailway's doing good shit, it seems.
Oh, it is. I gotta find out what hops they use in this.
What haps?
Haps?
They used all the hap, baby.
Use all the half, baby.
You know what the secret of every beer is? Every hop is the same. They just trick you into thinking they taste different.
It's an effective trick, baby.
You listen to the wise man known as Greg Bylog.
Okay. Ellipse, brewed with Amarillo, Citron, shut up. It must be all the Amarillo hops.
Yeah, the Amarillo, big orange note, baby. Oh, the
Big
orange
orange on
note.
it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not only just orange candy, it's also creamy smooth as well.
That's the thing about the New England style, right? It has the body and the mouthfeel are like almost drinking like an imperial stout or something. You know, it has the. It's
Well,
not that
kinda.
viscous.
It's almost. It's yeah, but it's also like drinking fruit smoothie as well.
Yeah. It has that vibe to it. It's not thin, baby. It's anything but thin.
Yeah, baby.
You know what? Hearing Nick talks reminds me of a movie that's actually pretty good, even though a lot of people don't like it because they think it's a Jaws ripoff. The movie Orca. It's actually quite a good movie.
Orca.
Yo,
Orca's a fun
Is
movie.
this a reference to my penis again?
that's
No,
what I
no.
thought it was, based on its being gray.
No.
No, not everything's about your. No, unless your penis bites off Bo Derek's leg, then it's not a reference.
Well,
to your
I don't
penis.
think it has, but it could.
Probably.
Orca's a good movie. Lee, you should do Jaws and Orca on the same podcast and compare and contrast them using Daniel's beard.
So it's a killer whale instead of a killer shark? Because that's okay.
Yes. it
Yes,
is.
but it's actually a pretty good movie on its own. It's not the Jaws ripoff you'd expect it to be.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. I totally agree.
I might actually have to watch it. I've never seen it. I'll give it a go.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, it's got Richard Harris as a crazy fucking captain who's obsessed with killing this orca who's hunting him down. And
That doesn't seem very PETA friendly.
no, it's not PETA friendly at all.
And
Because
then you got
the initial thing that sets the orca off on killing Richard Harris is Richard Harris kills its baby, which is
Yeah,
well, I
you
think
pretty
kills
graphic.
his wife, kills the orca's wife who has his baby or something.
yeah,
oh, Jesus, that's deep.
Yeah, it's actually pretty dark. Like you're actually kind of
Yeah.
rooting for the orca.
That's dark. It's deep. There's fucking a backstory here. The orca's out for revenge. I like it.
Well, that's the thing. There's actually the backstory instead of like Jaws, where it's just like, hey, a shark starts eating people.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah.
fucking shark that's trying to kill people. Let's get it. Like it's awesome, but it's still, it's not much depth to that story.
No, it's probably the best of the Jaws ripoff films, honestly.
What's the worst
Yeah.
Jaws ripoff film?
Oh my god, I can't even.
Yeah, like Mega Shark versus Octopus.
Shark-
Well, no, there's a
Sharknado.
couple.
Pussy face.
There's a couple Italian ones that came out around the same time, Great White and The Last Shark, that are just fucking terrible. And then of course there's just all these animal attack movies that rip off Jaws, like Grizzly and stuff like that. But yeah, probably an Alligator. That's another one that rips off Jaws.
I will admit I will not call them good movies, but I am rather a fan of the Lake Placid movies. The first one, and then I think the third one, and a bunch of the straight-to-video ones. They're fun movies.
The straight-to-video ones get fun because they at least put tits in them.
Wait, what
So-
movie?
Oh, there's
Yeah,
lots of tits in them.
What movie did you say, Greg? What series?
Like Placid.
Lake Placid.
Oh, yeah.
Straight to
The
video.
first one
sequels are
I
fun.
was all right with. It wasn't anything great, but I could watch it.
The
enjoyable.
second one was awful, but the third one had a lot of titties in it, and then there's a lot of straight to video ones, and those are fun.
Yeah.
Again, more titties, but
They're better than the sci-fi movies because the sci-fi big monster movies, they generally don't have titties in them. That's basically the deciding factor for these films because they're all the same film. It's just whether is there titties in this film? Okay, it's probably going to be a good one.
I remember it was the weirdest thing because there was a sci-fi. There was Return of the Living Dead Part 4
Yes.
and Part 5, and those were on sci-fi. And
Yeah.
one of them, I think Part 5 had some brief titties.
What? Yeah.
Yes.
See you later, Greg.
Trailway is releasing Green Island. Yes.
All right, send me all the cans. I mean, a can. Also, I was going to tell you and Greg,
I'm back.
Nick, and
God damn it.
the only beer that I didn't see on Untapped from the fest was the New England style IPA from Cayman Kettle. So I actually contacted Dave because I don't remember anything about it, and he actually replied back and he said add it to on tap. So I did. So if you want on tap, it just says it's just called New England style IPA Cayman Kettle on.
Joe,
I put it up.
Joe, that's funny because I actually couldn't find it Untapped either, so I actually texted it to Agnes and said, "Hey, I'll untap this later."
Yeah, that's the only one I'm like, how does it not on here?
Did they finally add the Cayman Kettle New England IPA?
No, I just did. Dave told me to add it. I was like,
literally, Nick, he just told us what he did. Pay attention.
Yeah, I sent him an email.
Sorry, I got distracted by a Facebook post. I get distracted by a Facebook post.
I'm gonna need you to settle down. Let me just tell you the story real quick. I sent him an email. All right, let me
has Tekus.
Okay, you're gonna have to give me one of those two.
I'm gonna have to get a trail of Teku.
But no, so I emailed Dave and said, hey, I don't remember what the name of the New England style. I don't even remember anything about it. I was like, do you have any vitals on it, like the ABV, IBU, anything? Do you remember anything about it? And he actually was like, I'm not at the brewery today. And he's like, I have all the information there. So he said, put it into Untapped. So I did. So if you go on Untapped, I put it under Cayman Kettle, New England style IPA to check it in. He said he's going to go and edit all that shit tomorrow. So I just want to point that out. It's the only beer that was not on Untapped at all that I could not find anything about anything. I'm like, is this? I guess it was the first time they ever released it was at Chad's Fest, which was cool. I think it was personally for me the best beer of the fest. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
What was that?
You had a nice long conversation with Dave too from fucking Cayman Kettle.
Dude.
Oh, yeah, like Cayman Kettle
20 minutes, man. You know what I'm gonna have to do? We're gonna have to come over and we're gonna have to go to Cayman Kettle and hang out and shit. I'll bring some beers. We'll drink some shit there, Chris.
But the guys at Cayman Kettle are fantastic. Right. They love Agnes and they're indifferent to me.
No, Dave was a cool cat. Yeah, he seemed very.
Did you say they love Agnes or loved Agnes?
Dave actually Dave actually sent me a friend request on Facebook.
Nice.
Yeah,
Dave's awesome.
And you denied it
like an awesome guy.
What I like the asshole you are.
What I liked about it, I started talking about his beers and stuff. I was like, oh, I've had a couple of your beers, and I was like, I had the candy apple one, and I was like, I wasn't a huge fan. It wasn't for me. And he actually did the whole brewer thing of actually being like, yeah, he's like, I don't even like it. He goes, but a lot of the staff does. He's like, some of the brewers do. He's like, so they liked it. Well, he just even said, a lot of our customers enjoyed. He goes, so, he's like, he goes, I don't like all my beers that we make, but you have to kind of look at your consumers and what they enjoy and brew it for them. And I was like, that's what you have to do.
Like a Nickelbrook Green Apple?
Oh, no. Oh, best beer of the fest first year, wasn't it? Or most popular?
Yeah, most popular.
For fuck's sakes. I give you shit about the Innocent Gun Lager, but I would take that shit 700 times over that.
See, I didn't pretend to say that was the best beer of the fest. I just said it was
best. No, I know, best in style.
Come on now, boys. Come on now.
Lee, I know.
Come on. Get off my goddamn back.
Listen, if we didn't troll you, we wouldn't love you. We have to troll you because we love you. That's how it works.
Well, I'm so mad now. I'm fucking steamed.
I'm going to delete everything. My entire channel.
I'm pissed off now.
I'm pissed now. And your t-shirts are too tight, too, Billy. That was a great time. I hope everything works out. We can do it again next year because he keeps on making a lot of money.
So I don't know. Has anybody actually checked in the New England style IPA yet?
I put it up there.
You put it up there, but nobody's checked it in.
No, I haven't checked it in yet. I was just gonna wait for him to edit it.
Oh, because I just checked it.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. He's just gonna change it.
Well, what I did is I went back in my history.
First on it.
I went back in my history and actually changed the check-in to that beer. So.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do that for sure.
You should have commented first.
First. You're gross. Yeah, that was the only beer I couldn't find.
Just because I went number one on your beer.
It's trying to think. I know, I saw it. Stupid right in the beginning of the period. Fucking pieces of shit. Nobody likes Pittsburgh. Come on.
Oh, it's game on.
Yeah.
It's a game on. It's the third period.
It's a game on. Oh, Lee, I don't think we mentioned it, but Nick mentioned Innocent Gun no-showed.
Yeah, I saw that.
Fucking dicks.
Yeah, so did they didn't even contact Chad or anything, Nick? Did you guys ever get any information on
I have no idea.
I think he did. He knew already. that Innocent Gun wasn't coming. He told me anyway. I already knew they were coming.
What did
I
they?
think
Why did they say they weren't coming?
I don't know. I don't remember. But I think he did tell us one night on a BDU that they canceled.
I didn't remember. I don't remember that.
Well, they were
Maybe
still
afterwards or something.
They were still on the list. They were a no-show at the festival.
Oh, maybe I'm thinking someone else. I don't know. What do I know? I'm drinking a porter.
I wonder if they were one of the folks who didn't pay, but I don't think he mentioned that.
These dill pickle fucking Doritos are the greatest things in the world. I swear to God.
When he's sold on, Chris.
Oh my God.
I wonder how many breweries have been to the fest every single year, 4 years running now. Be curious to.
Yeah.
Obviously, Brimstone.
Yeah.
Duh. I mean, they hosted.
Well,
it,
yeah,
but,
Brimstone's with everything.
We need to.
Outside of
start,
that. I don't know.
we need to start up a wiki for the Albino Rhino Beer Fest and
yeah, we should.
tracking stats and shit.
I don't know who else would be at every festival.
Innocent Gun would have been if they were there this year.
Niagara College has been there.
Yeah, Silversmith, Niagara College.
Yeah, Niagara College has been
Black
there.
Swan, obviously, most obvious one. He's been there.
Black Swan wasn't at the first one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It
Yeah,
was
you
there,
might be
know.
right. Were you?
Mash Paddle was there the last three. But Mash Paddle
Yeah.
actually served their first beer at the second.
My favorite brewery of the festival was Redline.
Yeah, they do good stuff. And I know why they're your favorite, but I'm just saying they make good beer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Black Swan's the last one.
I know why retarded reason that Chris likes it, but they make really good beer as well.
They do.
We're sitting there.
I had their,
You're a dick.
The red ale. It's good. Or their amber.
They had a brown ale with vanilla and almonds, leather interior. That was really good.
It was good, yeah.
Oh yeah, leather interior.
We reviewed that, I think.
I
Maybe.
think we did.
I can't
I'd have to
remember
look at
most
my,
most of the weekend, so I would just say yes, we did.
Well,
Maybe.
I'm sure you'll get a refresher in the year 2019.
Yeah, by the time I start my channel, he might actually post the reviews.
Was Nickelbrook at every? I know Chente wasn't there this year.
No, they weren't. No Inocente this year. Great Lakes was there. Was that the first time I think Great Lakes was there? Black Oak. I didn't see Black Oak. Were they inside?
Was Bose there every year? I think
Bose might
is
be there every year. Yeah, Bose every year.
No, Black Oak was not there this year.
No,
Yeah.
No, Black Oak wasn't there.
I was wrong.
I'm trying to look.
Sounds like Innocente and Black Oak are gonna get some less sales. They're gonna go down the fucking tube. We're not even gonna see them next year. 'cause they're not
Inocente
gonna be
already
around.
lost somebody who was very vital to their team.
That's right. Some good fucking teeth care there. Some dental
Yeah.
hygiene just
Mhm.
left. Yeah.
Mr. Devon. Yeah, I mean-
no, Silversmith wasn't there this
You know
year.
what?
Cameras.
You know what? Eating.
Yeah, Silversmith was there this year. Yes, they were.
Was Silversmith there this year?
Yep, they were. I didn't drink anything from them. I remember looking right at them. They had their Bavarian wheat and a couple other things. So I think they've been there every year.
I think one of my highlights of the festival was when I'm just walking around with my camera taking pictures of stuff, and then all of a sudden I get this tap on my arm and goes, "Hey, I'm Beer Corduroy. You're in the basement. You're Chris." I'm like, "Yeah, that's me."
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, "Holy fuck!"
Cool.
I'm like, "Hey, I got some fucking recognition for doing nothing." And then I'm like, "Holy shit!" I go, "Hey, yeah, I go, you got to come meet Average Joe. We got Maxwell Star here, and we got Greg the Perv here. Everyone's here."
Yeah.
So,
That's
I
how I'm
brought-
going to introduce Greg to everyone going forward. That's the perfect way.
and Drunk
Greg
Kokaroo,
the
where I
Perv.
never met him before, and he was like, he introduced himself.
Pervaroo.
Did he introduce himself to you as the Drunk Polkaroo?
No, he said his first name, but I don't remember.
Well, there's another brewery that might have been all of them. Wellington. They were there
Yeah.
this year.
And a certain individual at the end was telling me how they were giving out free beer and if I want anyone I was leaving. And I said, no, I'm good.
That's not your call, fuckface.
Yeah, I was just like, are you kidding me right now?
See, obviously, I made the mistake of not hanging out with the other husband that more because he only gave me a bunch of free tickets. I didn't know he was going to give me free beer at the end.
You know, the free beer that he doesn't, it's not his to give you.
Hey, I don't care whose beer it is. If I get it for free, I'll take it.
Well,
Is that
Pittsburgh
so?
just scored.
What a fucking shitty goal. Yeah, no, that was that. I tried to steer clear of certain people.
Wow. Off
Did
the
everyone like the picture of him grabbing his wife's tits?
Oh
Classic.
god,
So
the
unclassy, that's
serious
terrible.
photo. Like we took 2 photos of the whole like all the volunteers together, and one was supposed to be serious, one was supposed to be a goofy pose. And then the serious photo, he's
Oh my
standing there
God.
holding he's grabbing his wife's tit. Look at it online. It's there. It's
Yeah,
like,
what
holy
did he do
shit,
for
has
the
some
unserious
decency.
picture?
And you know what? The fucking thing is that look at his other hand. He's holding a sample cup. The fest hasn't even opened yet, and he's got a sample in his hand. And I'm willing to bet he didn't pay for it.
Wow, Nick, you sound angry. You okay? What are you
I'm
drinking?
a little
over there?
cranky, yeah.
Think they were
Well,
pie?
Was it? I kind of pissed him off at the beginning of the festival. I'm like, I walk over and I see he's got a sample cup of like the raspberry Uber in his hand already. And I'm like, what? I'm like, oh man, like Scott, the fest just opened and you're already bumming free samples. And he just gave me this like fuck off kind of look.
Yeah, you can't get between him and free anythings.
Really?
Look, I'll be the first one to say I'm not a big fan of the other husband. Those are all things I would do too, so fuck you all.
What, free samples?
I would grab my wife's tit and I'd get a free sample before the fest started, because why the fuck not?
And
You are a
ladies,
terrible person.
this
Come
is why
on,
the
come on.
ADCO was pointing at Greg.
Listen, come on, shit on Scott all you want, but don't fucking shit on him for stuff that you'd probably do as well.
Look at Ewart in the comments instead of being actually in this chat. Same thing with Jamie, although Jamie probably has a legit excuse. Ewart's just a dick.
Ewart is a huge dick.
Oh yeah. Ginormous penis.
No, he's
Also,
probably tired. He's probably tired because he had to walk half hour to the car show today.
Oh yeah. No cookies for him.
Tag.
But I do have free T-shirts with Ice Tea and Ice Cube on them if he wants.
Fuck him.
Fuck,
TQR
that t-shirt was the best.
No,
Well,
it's according to Ewart. Everything's terrible. Life shitty.
People
and
fucking love that shirt.
Yeah, they a little bit too much.
Like,
He
I
says
mean,
he
it
wish
is-
he
it
could have
was-
been there too.
No, it's a good shirt. I thought.
He says he wish he could have been there too. Fuck him. Oh no, but fuck him. He says.
butt fuck him.
And DUT, not BUT.
You know what?
You know what?
Actually.
That's on you, Ewart. That's on you.
Ewart says.
Also,
watching
by the way, the best brewery there was Descendants by far.
Okay, this HIE shit really needs to stop. You need to like fix your shit. Just saying.
Instead of Joe, hi.
It's not even a joke. It's not funny.
I gotta piss.
It's less funny than my T-shirt.
It's just a sad old man who can't work his thing.
I don't like puns. Oh,
And
You
Joe's shirt was awesome, by the way. Just saying.
it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
And Basement
Seriously, though,
Reviews was going to wear my Nirvana Bleach shirt and my Louisiana hat.
Dude, that
There
would
you
have
go.
been absolutely fantastic. It would have been great.
Dynamite.
Yeah.
Would have been racism and douchebaggery all in one package. Would have been great.
Oh my God! You know what we didn't do when we reviewed that Niagara Brewing Company fucking canoe wheat beer? We didn't talk. We should have been like, maybe there's bleach in this. That's why it's so bad. We should have done something like that. We're fucking dumb.
Oh, I didn't even try it.
I did, and I wish I
refused
didn't.
to. I refused to even try that. It was fucking
Yeah, it was
smelled
bad.
like shit.
Oh yeah, Lizak's been drinking beer for like a year, and suddenly he's too good to try Niagara College stuff.
That's because
totally
he is-
stand behind exactly what you just said.
I regret. The only thing I regret this weekend is trying those beers.
Joe, I believe you gave them all 10 out of 10s. It's a shame that there's no video of it anymore.
I gave them a combined 10 out of 40, maybe, but that's about as far as I'll go. They might have got
So
10 combined.
perfect score is what.
Actually, I don't even know if they got 10 combined. I gave 2 of them a 3, 1 a 1.5, so 7.5. Yeah, I think I actually gave them about a
Joe, you're scoring.
9.75.
Joe, you're scoring them out of 5. You asswipe.
No, I don't.
So-
Were we? I think I gave them a 10 out of 20 that day. Maybe they
We're
barely
scoring
passed
them-
as a whole.
10 out of 20. Close enough.
So bad. They were bad. Like, you could have went to any other fucking Niagara region
LCBO.
brewery. You could have went to that. You could have just stopped at Niagara on the Lake on the way. Went to Silversmith. Went to the Niagara Teaching College. Could have went to the Exchange. Could have went to Cayman Kettle. Could have went to Brimstone.
Those would have been out of my way. So fuck you, Joe.
You could have just went downstairs at the Brimstone and fucking.
You could have just went to fucking the local grocery store or corner drugstore and fucking got us maybe a 24-pack of waters, and it would have been better.
You could have just went and got us like 6 fucking Guinness cans. We would have been happy.
You could have just not brought beer, and we would have been happier.
No, but see,
there was enough there.
The thing is, now that you guys are bitching like such little girls that got sand in your vaginas, it just makes me happy that I did bring the beers because it makes me so happy that you guys are so upset.
I gotta say, Greg's a pretty good heel.
Oh my god!
And yours says, "Boom! Try lowering the hammer on the Root Cellar beer reviews." See, these are references I don't get. I assume it's all inside talk, but whatever.
I don't even know if that's inside talk or he did. Well, he had a Labatt Blue at the saucer. You were at a Labatt Blue. He didn't want to splurge for kokanee.
Kokanee's a rare find.
Do they even have kokanee anymore? I thought kokanee.
Yeah, that was one of the options she read. It was Labatt Blue, something else, and kokanee. And I was like, oh.
I'm actually kind of disappointed because I should have had the kokanee.
Yeah, because they probably have the last kokanee in Canada.
I asked you, I was like, why didn't you get a kokanee? You're like, oh, I prefer black blue. And I'm like, in this situation, I prefer nothing, but okay.
I see, this is truly because I was drunk because I should have had the kokanee.
I will co-sign your drunkenness. Yes, you were. And also, yes, you should have just got the kokanee, which would have went perfectly with that fish and chips, right?
Joe, next year when we're there embarrassing you with me and your dad talking about fucking stuff in front of you and embarrassing you, I totally give you permission to order me a kokanee.
Wow, that's really generous of you.
I appreciate your hospitality. I'm glad you allowed me to do something. Thank you.
Well, it's the only other thing you could be doing with your hands other than furiously masturbating.
I give you the permission to actually remember your beer and not buy us Niagara Brewing Company beer and replace.
Joe, I'm going to buy you extra Niagara Brewery. I'm buying you full growlers next year, and we're still going to drink them all.
You compounded the entire situation by just fucking going there. It's absolutely horrific. Like, oh my God, so bad. Fuck. The meatloaf. Fuck. Yeah, I'm upset. I'm upset.
Joe, you're so angry. See, this is why I got Niagara Brewery College. This is totally worth every fucking penny I spent on it.
Oh, I hate
the entire $28 I spent on the 4 growlers.
So wait, are you trying to now try to conflate this as you had this insidious plan all along, and it wasn't just a bunch of last minute bullshit where you're trying to make up for being a fucking really bad fucking beer sharer and a fucking bottle share? Is this what it is?
That's gonna be my argument. Is that this was all set up to put sand in Joe's vagina?
Again, I'll reiterate that you are a great heel, sir, because you're a lying son of a bitch right now. You are lying so hard.
Exactly. I meant to take those photos with Miss Elizabeth.
Yort says, dude has Great Lakes Brewing Company around the corner. Zero excuses for that shit. Terrible. Here's the thing. He had better beers than just the Great Lakes stuff, but he forgot them. He had one job. He's going to Bottle Share on a Friday night and going to Beer Fest the next day. The one thing was like, maybe don't forget the beer. But he totally forgot it. And then he blamed it on Agnes, of all people, for not reminding him. It
was totally her fault.
And then he decided the greatest idea would have been, let's go to the shittiest brewing company in Ontario. That all happened.
No,
100%.
It happened to the closest place to my hotel where I could get fresh growlers for my best friends to enjoy.
And do you care to tell these people how much you paid for those 4 half growlers? They're 32 ounces. They're 1 liter. Do you care to tell the fine folks for 4 of them what you paid?
Well, at first I paid $65.
Oh my God!
Jesus.
However, I returned the growlers. The growlers, there's a big deposit on them, so I got $36 of that back from things. So I
should have gave you all the money back. That's fucking gross beer.
They should have paid you for drinking them.
And it would have been a champion troll job if that was actually what Greg set out to do. Greg set out to be like, hey guys, I'm going to bring all these growlers because I forgot it. Little did he know those beers are horrible. Fucking horrible.
Listen, I knew that they were going to be questionable. I've had their beers before. I knew their beer would be questionable.
I didn't think they would honestly be that. like, oh,
I
Jesus,
actually
that wheat beer.
other than the wheat beer, Joe, they weren't that bad.
Yeah.
So let's get
Yeah,
let's get fucking over your
Well,
little
based
ego
on
there.
what the other stuff we're drinking that night, they were shit. They were
Yeah,
absolute
they were definitely
shit.
the lowest.
If you compare them
Um,
to like your average beer, sure, they kind of fit the bill. But like, we're drinking good beer, like really good beer, and then you bring that shit to the table. You should have brought us some fucking cool beers. Honestly, we would have been better off.
Joe, listen, if I could have gotten you cool beers, I would have, but I was already out of the country.
When did you remember you're out of the country? When did you remember
Country.
when did you remember that you forgot the beers? At what point?
I was about 10 minutes away from Niagara.
You are just a terrible human being.
God damn it, Greg.
Absolutely terrible.
And you couldn't have grabbed you couldn't have grabbed a growler somewhere else.
Nope.
I will say this though, based on the
You're
entire
near
weekend.
Niagara, and there's so many breweries right there where you could have grabbed a growler, but no. It's gonna
Listen, I'll be honest with you. If there was something amazing I could have gotten, I would have. But if it was between Niagara Brewing Company and some place that's just okay, like say Silversmith, I still would have got Niagara Brewing Company because not only is it closer, but it's more funny when Joe gets angry.
No, Greg just wants the unique check-ins on Untapped. That's all he wants, nerd. Also,
okay. I wanna mention something Ewart just said here in the fucking chat. You fucking piece of shit.
Okay.
My avatar sucks for the Nonic pint glass. Fuck you, you fucking Tiku piece of shit.
I would take you seriously, but as much as I've given Greg crap for this Niagara Brewing Company beer, you will never live down the fact that you brought fucking Dark of the Forest or Night of the Forest or Rot of the Forest or whatever the fuck shitty Dark Horse beer. The worst beer ever.
Prince of the
We're probably
Bushes, whatever
shared.
the fuck.
Yeah, the worst beer ever shared in Chad's basement ever. And that's on you. That's solely on you.
Yeah, you're fuck you, bitch. Like, take your goddamn little, my little Tiku, and it's got the little Z stem and all this other bullshit, and shove it up your goddamn ass, you fucking faggot. God.
Yeah,
Literally.
right by the
Literally
old
do it.
name.
Do it, record it, send it to Nick. He's horny.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm fapping right now. Oh man, to go from that Trailway Ellipse to this Pickeroon's Imperial IPA is such a fucking disappointment.
You know who you're drinking, right? That's Pickeroons. Constant disappointment.
Yeah. Well, the Pickeroon's dark beers are really quite awesome, but they don't fucking know how to make an IPA.
Nick, we're gonna say actually settle down. Just settle down a little bit.
I would argue Pickeroons doesn't know how to make very many styles other than like a British bitter. That's about all they nail, honestly.
I would argue
yeah.
that should probably settle down.
Jamie's comment is awesome. Absolutely awesome. His last comment is fantastic.
Jamie's
Yeah,
comment-
Joe came to Kitchener-Waterloo for a bottle share, but forgot his beers. Good thing his hotel was right beside Grand River Brewing.
Yeah, that is the exact. Oh my god, that's such a great comparison. Oh my god,
That's beautiful.
What, did that actually happen?
no, he's saying it. That's the
It's
equivalent to
theoretical.
what Greg did. Yes, that's.
He's
I was
also
gonna
saying,
say that would have been
I get it.
hilarious.
he's also saying Moosehead Anniversary Ale right now for me. I actually like that beer. It's pretty good.
Actually,
Yeah,
pretty
it was.
good, yeah.
It was good. Yeah.
And Tiku Murray, Pickeroon's disappointing you one Nonic pint glass at a time. It has nothing to do with the glass, sir. It has to do with the fucking beer itself, you piece of shit.
Well, what do you? Are you actually drinking that in a Nonic pint glass, Nick?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Well, then
No,
that's
no,
not
he's-
funny.
He's
trying to-
poking fun at me.
I know he's trying to show you, but that's still
No.
not funny.
You were just trying to spin this bullshit about glassware meaning something with this Nonic bullshit. It's a tulip glass, Stuart. Get the fuck over it, bitch. That's all it is. It's just a fancy tulip glass.
No, this is a snifter, really.
Yeah, that
We're
is-
talking about your glass, Nick. Shut up.
I will say the glassware from
Nick's talking
Chad's
about his
Fest,
dick.
the can glasses were actually decent. I didn't hate them. I still wish that we would have had like little mini snifters or tulips or whatever the more expensive version was, but they're definitely better than your standard shitty glass that you typically get.
Yeah, I'd love to have had like the little snifter glasses you can get. But they were, if I recall correctly, when Chad ordered them, they were much more expensive.
Yeah, I don't want to say they were quite double the price, but there was definitely significant extra cost.
But I mean, it was an extra cost. But I think when Chad quoted the original price, I was like, maybe I should send him $200 to buy them.
Yeah,
It was that good. You should have got the tulip. Snifters.
So basically, Joe's saying in a beer fest where Chad already spent all his own money to try and do this nice thing for charity, Chad should spend more of his own money.
No, I don't care. I'm saying Ewart said that. Ewart's the one that wanted them, not me.
Oh, sure. Point fingers at Ewart, even though you said it.
At least I came to the fest, Ewart.
Yeah, here's the thing, you say my face is Nonic bullshit. Hey, the beers I tend to drink that I like do very well in a Nonic pint glass. Thank you very much. They don't need to be in this bullshit tulip fucking bullshit fucking stupid Z-Stim piece of crap goddamn garbage fucking
Tell us how you feel, Lee.
Oh yeah? When was the last time you reviewed a beer, Lee?
Shut the fuck up, Nick. They don't have to be these triple salted fucking farmhouse ale fucking double IPA bullshit beers. They need a fucking delicate piece of shit glass that you can stick up your fucking asshole right there, bitch.
Well, you know what? I think the best beer that I brought up was that Goza, wasn't it?
Oh, dude, the Maybe Brewing Company. That was one of the most unique Gozas I've ever had.
Yeah. It was like a chocolate Goza.
It was like a Black Forest cake Goza, which I know sounds really gross, but it was really tasty.
And here's
that was probably the most surprising.
When's the last time I fucking reviewed a beer? When's the last goddamn time you reviewed a beer? Huh?
Exactly.
Huh?
When's the last time Joe? Oh, never mind.
I reviewed a beer this weekend, just not on my channel. That's how that works.
Just not on my own channel.
I'll tell you one thing.
Just not on my own channel, guys.
I'll tell you one thing. The most unique beer that I brought, the best beer I brought up that we reviewed on Saturday was the Goza. But I'm pretty sure that if you had the Good Ori, you'd probably disagree. I'm just smearing in your face there, Joe. About trying.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. What's the base beer for Good Ori? Isn't it an amber?
Well, it's a hoppy amber.
Yeah, well, it's an amber.
It's kind of like the closest thing New Brunswick's got to a main beer Zoe.
I enjoyed Zoe quite a bit. So,
I'm
looking forward to it all, Nick. I'm looking forward to
just saying, get to it fresh. Get to it like ASAP.
Listen. Just you don't talk to me about freshness, Nick. Do not talk to me about freshness.
That's true. I should be talking to you about freshness.
You're reviewing 5-year-old imperial stouts that I sent you and shit. You just settle down, Nick. Nick, just settle down.
Joe, are you saying that you can't age an imperial stout?
No, you can, but maybe not certain imperial stouts is all I'm saying.
Joe, it seems to me like you're a little upset about all the Niagara Brewing Company beer that you drank this weekend.
The Niagara Brewing Company.
Well, here's the thing. I consumed very little of it and gave you most of it, so I am actually not that upset about it.
See, Joe, you actually consumed quite a bit of it. You're just being a bitch about it now and being I didn't drink any of it.
No, I really didn't. I really didn't.
Fucking drinking all of it.
I gave of the black lager and the brown ale. I poured my samples into your glass, and then you tried to give me more, and I just dumped it out. So I may have consumed a single pint of all the beer you brought, maybe if I'm lucky. If I'm unlucky,
that's a cool story, bro.
No, it's the truth.
I should highlight here. Jamie said Goza in the sink. No one saying, and then Tiku Murray says that goes without saying.
Oh, it's so hilarious. Not as hilarious as a fucking Ice T-shirt with ice cubes on top. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so here's the thing: has Ewart fixed his phone yet, or is he just joking now? Like, what the fuck's going on with this HIE bullshit?
Well, HIE was my fault.
Yeah, that was Chris, and then
I agree.
Ewart liked it.
And I'm like, oops.
Yeah, okay, I did catch on to it, but he's running the joke far too long, like an old person tends to do, because they don't get laughs otherwise.
No.
And then Ewart was like,
most of the stuff Ewart says isn't funny.
Joe will now be known as High.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, that's cute, Ewart. That's really good.
He's the type of dude he's the type of dude that laughs at his own jokes. So.
God damn it.
No big deal. No big deal.
I need a smoke. Yeah, you don't think?
No, you don't. That's bad for you.
Okay, easy. Take it easy, Mom.
Take it easy, Mom.
Take it easy, Mama.
Motherfucker. Wow, things were quiet.
I'm gonna make another goes in a second.
Yeah, we missed you at the fest though, Jamie. It sucks you weren't able to come. Maybe, hopefully next year. Like you said, maybe later on this year, or early next year. If not, get together somewhere, fucking hang out with some folk, Chad, Chris.
Yeah, I really missing you there, Jamie.
Yeah, you were not so much. Fuck yourself.
Yeah, fuck you. But
I could do without the broken glassware.
At the same time, Jamie was actually looking forward to get to see it again. But oh well.
Well, it especially sucks that he had to cancel basically the night or the day of the share and
I know.
wasted money on a hotel room and shit. That's
there you go. I mean, what'd you do? Rent the hotel room and you missed it?
No, I don't think you have to pay for the hotel room if you don't go. I think they just charge you a cancellation fee or something.
No, you have up until
I think you get charged for.
When I did my my reservation, I had up until Thursday at 4 p.m. to cancel, or else they charge your credit card with the entire.
Well, he did say that he was canceling. I think he had enough time to get his money back in.
No, I'm pretty sure he still probably had to pay the $120. I don't think he did it. He could have. Yeah. Oh, I mean, he's on the chat, so we will say, Jamie, did you have to pay the full cost? Still.
$120? Where the fuck did you guys stay? We paid a lot more than that.
I know you did because you stayed in a fucking fancy hotel that oversees the falls. I can see the falls any fucking time I want, so fuck it. I stayed at a place where I can put my head on the fucking pillow, and I don't. As long as there's not bed bugs or anything going on, that's all I needed.
Yeah, except you and your dad had stuff to do on Friday night. I had a lady at home who I wanted to treat right, and I wanted to give her a nice hotel room to stay in. So fuck
it's a way different. Well, no. Well, you're saying like, where'd you stay? Well, yeah, it's different experiences. You obviously want somewhere where your wife can hang out and fucking enjoy yourself. So
and not get raped.
Yeah, of course you're gonna pay way more. Yeah, he said he still had to. He still had to. Yeah, he still had to pay.
Sucks.
No, that's fucking
Jamie
horrible.
says had to cancel Thursday. No, we got charged. Ouch. Yeah, I would rather have given the $110 to charity. No, that makes sense. Like that sucks.
I don't know what his situation was, and I don't pretend to know, but I would have just gone anyway and fucked his situation.
That is poor advice. I would say pretty poor advice.
That's the worst advice Greg's ever had.
And I know
good.
the nuance of the situation, but I just would have told him to fuck it.
Yeah, whatever's happened, just go drink all the beer and fuck everybody. That's what I would do.
That's right. If I didn't divorce or heartbreak or death, it would be okay.
You can deal with it on Sunday. Like, it's all right.
That's totally right. The Sunday would be totally okay. It would be
Sunday. Yeah,
Be there.
All right. Well, I'm going to take this offline because I have to take off. So you guys continue to have fun if you so do desire.
Okay.
But, thank God! Now we can talk about the Hougly racism.
Go ahead. Whatever. But, yeah, thanks to the handful of people who watched, except for Yort, of course, because fuck you, Yort, and your TQ bullshit. And we're going to go offline. So good night, everybody.
Says fuck offline. How about you get online and chat with us? That's a possibility. Something you can.
Yeah, someone share the old link with Yort there, and that way Chris Peters killed those people.
I guess did
all of them?
Did Chris?
The woman.
They never did find that body.
Did Chris Peters ever dispute child porn allegations?
No, he's never denied anything. That's the thing. He's never denied the child porn or the murders.
I'm just saying child porn and Chris Peters have the same initials. I'm not saying it has anything to do with one or the other, but I'm just saying.
No, but he should. What you're saying is he should really come out and make a whether that is true or false about him.
There's no way that you can prove that Chris Peters isn't a child pornographer.
No,
that might have been you guys might went a little far on this one. Little far, guys. Little far.
But on that note, we're going offline. Whackity schmackity doo.